Hello, friends, fiends, and fellow adventurers. Welcome to the Hodgepodge Tavern. I'm your DM, Carl, and tonight we're stepping through the portal to the Infinite Planes. Alongside you, we have our players.
Hi, I'm Alex. I'm playing Sprite, who's a fairy paladin. I remembered to say the class this week. It's going to be a good day.
You're going to need to make a little note, like a little cheat sheet.
Hello, my name is Alex.
Hello,
Hola.
Hello.
My name is Philippe. I'm playing D, the wizard, and he's very interesting so far. A good character.
Not a good.
Through and through. Interesting.
He's an interesting character.
He's a really good character.
Yeah, neutral at best.
Neutral at best.
Not like, good,
Yeah.
good character.
I'm Josh. I'm playing Link, the bard, who is a half elf for sure, and
100%.
100%. And I have just discovered some interesting things about my backstory.
Hi, I'm Kim, and currently I'm going by the name of Serpens. I am a changeling monk, known by my friends as Brady.
Hello, I am Kyle. I am this cool dude. Focus. If you tell the camera to focus, it focuses.
Every week.
He is,
He is cool.
Spike, a bladeling monk. I'm still salty, it's not human. And
Forever will be.
he forever will be, and he is awesome.
Beautiful. Now, colours. Let's stumble into the dark of it. Kim? Not Kim. Kyle. We have too many K's in this group. Kyle.
Yeah.
Kim?
I'm not prepared if you want me to do the recap.
Last time on Hodgepodge Heroes.
Dun, dun, dun.
Continuing on with investigating Dee's past, the team learn a few startling revelations. First of all, they confirm that Dolian does have Link's stepfather's soul in a jar, and there was some further revelation following that. Link is, or was, Volo, a student of a renowned bardic college who had taken a long leave of absence to travel and discover the world. He has a brother and a mother wondering where he had wandered off to after his communiques had stopped. Meanwhile, Dee was investigating his own, or rather Dolian's, journal. Specifically, the part where he wrote down a how-to guide of ascending into lichdom. After reading it and nodding along, Dee decided to burn it along with everything else in Dolian's laboratory.
I forgot about that.
This led to an interesting conflict, because coming out of his jar trance, Link was convinced that 1, they needed Dolian's notes to find out how to unjar his stepdad, and 2, he didn't trust Dee to have those notes and claimed ownership as he had done with his jarhead. Much like the first time Dee was forced to relinquish a book, he fought back, and this led to a small magical duel that threatened to very quickly escalate into someone dying. The other members of the team intervened, either restraining the fighting parties or, in Spike's case, beating the hell out of Link and making quippy one-liners. Once tensions calmed down, there was a new understanding reached. They would keep the page on lichdom and burn everything else, keeping the jar with them and sealing it up in their large bag that holds things. Moving on, the team decided to take a breather back at the pub, where they had Hersham's Award waiting for them, an array of fascinating magical items that do all sorts of interesting things, and if you want to find out what they do, you better watch the whole episode. In the middle of this, idle relaxing, Kylie the Tout shows up. Being the local guide she is, she knows exactly what we need and what we're thinking, and isn't at all a convenient DM plot device to be inserted in moments where we stagnate and slow things down.
The blush on Carl.
She introduces us to a wider sigil than we know, informing us of the many districts of the city and what notable locations there are to visit. The team look over the map and decide to go to the marketplace, because they are in desperate need of money and have an extremely hot potato to sell off in the form of a devil's sword of ascension. However, there is a rising paranoia among the group that they could be wanted people. More specifically, wanted by the devils they may have sworn their souls to and have yet to deliver. To this end, the only one who could make a competent disguise was looked to as a leading figure to set an example for all to follow.
I will murder you.
Captain, my captain.
They always make me the leader, you guys. It's not fair.
And so that is where we left off with Brady turning into, well, who indeed?
So, We left off last session with Brady and Link in their disguises as the door to the Golden Bell pawn shop was closed and Marisha the Fox discussed coming down to business. But we're going to flash away from there a second.
Oh, goddamn.
I believe the remainder of the party, in the form of D, Sprite, and Spike, decided to go and visit the local park. Is that correct?
That's it.
I believe it was correct.
So, as you approach, you see that there is a sign at the entrance of the park that calls it Blood's Gem Park.
Nice.
Gems?
Blood's Gem. As you look through, you can see that the park is very contrasting to the remainder of the city. Everything is very industrial, constructed with purpose, and you have noticed a distinct lack of vegetation. The only thing that you've seen was the sharp-looking plants that were growing up the side of the mortuary. That's the only plant life that you have come across in this entire city. So, arriving at this park and having a look through, you can see that there are trees and plants of all persuasions as you look through the gate.
Disgusting.
Ew. I want to go in.
Why
It looks
not?
like normal. Oh. Would I consider that normal?
What? The fact that there's no vegetation whatsoever except for this one park?
No, that's a more like a memory thing. I was kind of thinking, like, would Spike think that's like, would he interact with nature in a distinct way,
Like, does
would
it feel homey?
Yeah.
Sort of thing, yeah.
that feel homey or
No,
no? Okay.
not at all.
You like green stuff.
I love green stuff.
Mm.
My dress is green.
Mm.
Do you like my dress?
Yep.
Yeah?
Yep.
You don't seem like you really need it.
I'm just worried about, there's a big business thing happening over there and we're not.
And we're here.
Yeah, that's it.
And what can we do right now? Nothing. But you know what we can do? We can be polite.
It's a really nice dress.
Thanks, D.
It's alright. We have left the one most capable of violence.
Well,
Most capable of immediate violence.
how are you guys feeling anyway? I know that, you were looking forward to discovering things about your past, and here I am not interested in mine, and somehow it's all coming to the surface.
Yeah.
So,
Guess some people are just lucky.
yeah.
It is an interesting experience watching you and seeing this whole thing play out.
I'm happy for you. I mean, you have knowledge that you didn't have before.
That's true.
And, if you understand the past, then you can start to move into the future. But we can't really do that.
We will, though.
But I can live vicariously through you. For
I
now.
know, but, we'll get there.
Is there any like fruit in there, or fruiting trees or bushes?
Everything looks designed to be there. All of the plants are more decorative than they are purposeful.
So it's
As in this.
manicured.
Yes.
I'm gonna take a leaf from a plant and eat it.
Okay. So as you walk through the gates, something that you immediately notice is the bustle, the background sound of the entire city stops. As you step through these gates, you do not hear the hustle bustle of people walking and splashing of people through puddles. Everything just comes very tranquil and serene as you step through the gates.
I just got goosebumps.
I'm sitting on the edge of the gate and just jump, like doing this.
And as you
Noise.
hop in and out, you do get noise, no noise.
That is very interesting.
That is beautiful.
What sound do we hear on the other side?
You hear yourselves talking, and other than that, not much sound. You don't feel like your noise has been dampened. You can hear each other. You can hear your footsteps as you walk through the park. But everything that's outside of the park, you can't hear it.
That is strange.
That is strange. Seems a little bit arcane, no?
Yeah.
And as you head over to the trees and you go to pluck a leaf off, you notice that it is natural. They are leaves, they're not artificial. The trees themselves appear to be actual trees.
I tried to send a message to Link just to see if this is stopping communication, magical communication.
Whether we're on like a different plane or something.
Hey, we're at the park. All okay? Just say if yes.
Okay, we'll hop back over to the pawn shop itself. So the door has been closed, and Marisha has said, "Now let us do business." And as she says that, you hear that come through.
Mm-hmm. Well,
All right, good.
Cool, yeah. That's great.
I reckon we've got a nice item for you. Something you may not come across too often.
Well, please do come forward, and you can see that she sort of hobbles to the back of the shop and sort of clears off a space on a table, and she says, if you don't mind, and then she'll whistle. I won't whistle because that would sound terrible in the audio.
Speakers.
And you hear a faint squeaking sound, and you see a man come out from a door in the back of the shop, and you can see that he is in a wheelchair. He's human looking, no majorly discernible features to distinguish otherwise, with short shaved hair. He looks relatively frail, and he sort of pushes his wheelchair forward and sort of pulls up beside Marisha. And she'll say, this is my husband, Pincher. He's our appraiser. Yeah? What is it that you have?
Alright, my man. Servants find you. Shop the goods.
I'll turn around and dig in the bag that we have, and I'll pull the sword out and lay it on the table.
Right. Well, let's have a look here, see what we got going on. And he'll reach out his hand, and you can see that he reaches into his pocket and he pulls out a small pearl.
Oh, I know this trick.
Right. And he'll place his hand on the sword, and you hear him sort of chant an incantation, and his sort of eyes glass over for a second, and then he snaps back.
Well, I would give you the rundown, but I expect you know more or less what you need to.
I mean, these are the kind of things I have to do. Wow, this is a very interesting piece you have here.
Oh, of course it is. We wouldn't come to you with nothing less.
Yeah, exactly.
It's also very niche. I'll tell you what, we can do 4,000 gold pieces for it.
4,000? We could get better than that on the open market. You can't go higher than that.
I mean, you've come near to us. There aren't many places that will take this kind of thing.
Aye, but there are some. And also, it has value to us. I know a few lads that can swing a sword. They might like something like this.
Fine, I'll go up to 5,000.
See, I knew you were a reasonable man. What say you, servants?
Yeah, I mean, that sounds pretty good unless, like, you know, they could give us something worth higher value in like store credit, you know? I've
Aye.
heard that's like a thing that people do sometimes, right?
There's quite a lot of pretty doodads around here.
We're like, we do some adventuring and stuff, so might be something useful.
Could consider it an investment. We're bound to come across all sorts of interesting things.
Yeah, you could be our like first place we go to, man.
Alright. I'll tell you what. We're gonna go up to 6 in store credit.
How about 3 of that in gold, 3 in credit?
You drive a hard bargain.
We have an accord, sir.
Right. You have yourself a deal.
Smashing.
And Marisha
Nice.
will extend
Nice.
out a hand and say, let us shake on it. A deal has been struck.
Alright.
Take it. She'll shake your hand.
Okay.
And she
Do
will say,
can I just like subtly see if there's any magical nonsense in that shake? Has she like tried to see through any disguises or anything like that? I mean,
yours is non-magical anyway.
No, it is. Yeah. Actually, no, it's partly magical because I'm magically changing my clothing, but my
Yes.
face and everything. So
True.
she would detect.
But
that-
you're actually changing
yeah,
your
she would
clothing.
detect that I am what I appear to be,
Yeah.
wearing a magical clothes.
You don't feel anything.
Okay, that's fine. I'm happy with that.
And she will step back and go into the back room and start counting out coinage. And the individual by the name of Pincher will start listing off various things that they have in the store, which I will give you a list of in a second.
Ooh, nice.
In the meantime, I'll flop over to the Blood Gem Park crew, which sounds like some sort of gang.
Wow, yeah. But
The blood gem massive.
I'm
I'm so sorry.
Blood gem.
What are you doing in the park?
I take out a small silver canister and get a helium balloon and
Don't leave those on the
Oh,
floor.
God. This is a nice area.
I just sent them a message. Everything seems okay so far.
I'm looking around to see if I can see any flowers.
Yeah, you can see a lot of things. One thing that you do notice is there is a very nice fragrance emanating through the park. And as you look around, you can see that there are little placards in front of various different plants.
Oh.
As you sort of rummage around, you can see that there are Elysium pines, which appear to be what's releasing this sort of pleasant fragrance. Elysium magnolia trees. You see off in the corner there's a little floral arrangement, which is glowing faintly. And as you approach over, you can feel that this thing is emanating warmth. And there are little blue, beautiful little red flowers, and they're glowing and providing warmth. And they've got labelled in front of them fire thorns. You've got seren trees, maple trees, arborean oak trees.
Nice.
There is quite a collection of plants and trees in this area, and they all seem to have been coming from different planes.
Different planes.
Different planes.
Wow.
None of them indicate that they are native to Sigil.
It's like a little museum of plants.
I'm gonna just wander, and I'm gonna be reading these plaques. Do I recognise, like, if I'm supposedly from the Beastlands, is there anything that's catching my attention?
Roll me a nature check, see if there's anything.
And crabs?
Oh my god, can I hang on. I haven't got my thing.
That's my nature. I've forgotten what my nature is.
This is a
Spike and D, can you both do me a perception check, please?
Oh yeah.
14.
We're getting drugged. We're getting drugged.
So as you wander around, you do notice that there are some rather large trees that come from the Beastlands. The maple trees and the Seren trees.
Seren?
Seren. Serren.
Oh.
I got a 17.
17?
12.
12. So as Sprite is wandering around checking out all of the plant life, you notice, almost with a purpose, 3 individuals approaching you. A gnome with long, straight auburn hair and green eyes, soft white skin, standing quite tall for a gnome at 4'6". Has a round build and an extremely glamorous face with 2 piercings in their left ear.
As tall as I am.
I tap Spike in the arm, and just use my eyebrows to point towards the.
The other 2 of note is a Githyanki, an individual who is green-skinned, lacking a nose, quite tall and slender. And a halfling. All of them are wearing a symbol which looks like a lady's face. These appear to be the faction symbol that they are presenting.
And we haven't seen this symbol before?
I cannot remember if you were shown it. I imagine you might have.
I don't remember seeing the lady's face.
Yeah.
symbol.
I don't remember.
Okay, then you have not
I
seen
think
this.
Monique had one, but I don't know if she showed us.
Might have been one of the ones she could do.
Yeah, well,
She only hid one.
we don't remember anyway,
I
so.
don't know.
We can assume that we haven't seen it. Or we've forgotten.
That sounds fair. And they seem to be approaching you with a moderate speed.
Have I seen?
You're paying attention to the flowers and stuff like that.
Well, I would definitely call your attention to it if you didn't notice. And if they continue approaching us, I would just try to do a stage whisper towards Sprite. Wait. Good company.
Okay. I'm just gonna stand at attention.
And just like do the card maneuver and wait for them to approach.
Okay. D, can you do me a wisdom saving throw, please?
There we go.
We're getting arrested.
So wisdom. Is not
You're
bad.
under arrest for smelling flowers.
8.
8. So as you approach, you think these people are quite friendly towards you.
What's my like?
You guys are friendly.
Do I think they look friendly? I'm kind of trying to scrutinize.
Do me an insight check. See if you can ascertain from their demeanor.
18.
18. They don't have any weapons drawn, but they do look very intent and focused. You wouldn't necessarily get the assertion that they were acting friendly, just indifferent.
So you would see me going from like tense and like defensive stance to like, oh, hey, hey, how's it going?
I might just try and like grab Spike and like pull us into a little like.
I'm
unit
like letting
together.
go and just pushing, just to shake their hand.
Just smile.
Oh, how are you doing?
All right. Dodon, you doing all right? You good?
Yeah, all good. How are you, mate?
Yeah, I'm doing wonderfully, thanks.
What's
Right.
your name again?
My name's Quoji.
Croji.
Quoji.
Yeah.
This is the gnome that's talking, by the way. And he'll say, "Well, it is your lucky day, Treacle. We are going to go for a nice little walk."
Yeah, let's go for a walk.
Wait.
Why not?
Hello.
Well, I don't know who you are. Hello.
My name's Sprite.
Hello, Sprite. How's it going?
Very well, thank you. We were just admiring this beautiful garden.
That's wonderful. You can keep on doing that. Dolion, come on. Let's have a go.
Sorry, I'm not familiar.
We're here with other people. We're waiting for them.
How do you?
Perhaps
By all
this
means.
can wait.
How do you know each other?
We're just business associates.
Oh, okay. Okay. That's so funny because today is actually Dolion's day off from business, which is why we're in the park. But why don't we schedule an appointment?
I'm afraid this is a matter of urgency, ma'am.
Wow.
He's a friendly guy, I think. He's friendly, yeah?
Right. Well, where does that leave us? Because we're engaged in some business at the moment.
We're not engaged. We're not. We're just
Recreational
friends.
business.
Oh,
Well, we shan't be too long. You can head on over to the office when you've got your friends. And you'll pull out a little card and he'll hand it to you.
what office? What office are we going to?
What does it say on the
Where are we
card?
going?
So on it says the... What's the name of it? It is the... That's fine.
So we're up here somewhere.
We're here.
Yeah. Is that the little parking?
Mm-hmm.
That's where the shop is.
Yeah, because I know the Aiden is us.
I need to make a note of all of these. It is the Hall of Records.
Hall of Records.
That's the one.
Oh, down the bottom. Middle.
Oh, you were gonna record I was into the village.
And it says the Fated Headquarters.
The Fated.
The Fated.
The Fated.
You seem like a very busy and very important person. Perhaps we could come to some kind of a arrangement, just to arrange a time, shortly, where we could perhaps meet up.
Afraid I can't wait, ma'am.
No?
Got the order straight from the top.
Yeah.
Who's
And
at the
that
top?
Got our orders from, and you can see that he's sort of a little bit, trying to think of a name. He's like, Escher.
I lean down and whisper, kind of like stage whisper into Sprite's ear. Perhaps we should let Dolian handle his business. There are, of course, important things he needs to reconnect with, and we're always around. But of course, the decision is yours, man.
What would you like to do? I'm saying, what would you like to do very quietly?
Me? I don't know. He's asking me to go. He seems like a friendly guy, I feel.
Does he really seem friendly?
Just to me.
Looking at the
Should we
other
not?
two, do they give off the feeling of like bodyguards? Or
Yeah.
Okay.
This, Escher.
A fucking halfling.
This is a gnome.
A fucking.
Krogi.
Bigger than me, though.
So, just to clarify, something was cast on me and I feel friendly towards them.
Yep.
But I don't feel a compulsion to do anything that he's telling me to
No
do.
compels to do whatever they say. You consider them to be a friendly acquaintance.
I don't know, I have the feeling that he's like friendly with me, but I don't have memory, so how is that possible?
Yeah, I don't know.
Perhaps this is a way you can find answers.
Shall we all go? I don't want to go on my
I
own.
think they want you.
Oh man. Hey, give me one of those cards. I'll go there later.
Afraid you gotta come with us, sir.
Why is that? Are you police?
No, not at all. We're just sent here to gather you for important business.
Yeah, but what's your I know we're friends and stuff, but what's your authority on this?
Well, it comes straight from the Escher, as I said.
Yeah.
Who is Escher?
He's from the Fated.
I'm not sure what this guy's on
What was
about.
Escher's? Was that his surname?
No, first name.
First name, right? Because his surname was
Darkring.
Darkring.
Darkring
Yeah.
Escher.
Darkring. Insight
Escher
check?
Darkring.
Can I do an insight check?
Yeah.
Oh, that's a 12.
Let me contest that. Yeah. I mean, that time when he said it, he rattled it off.
Yeah. Okay.
I don't know, I think we got business here as well. We're waiting for our friends. Why don't you wait for us and then maybe we can all go?
Afraid we can't, but it won't take too long.
Why don't you send a message to our pals and let them know exactly where you are going? And Tell them that we will be not far behind.
Okay.
Okay?
Where are we going?
As I said, we're heading down to the Hall of Records.
Did you do what you just did? Like, look up as if he was trying to remember and pretend that...
Yeah, you can do an insight if you want.
I want to do it.
Oh, no.
Oh, that's
Oh no! Oh,
that's an 11.
Right.
Spike and smell
So-
eye.
Yeah, 15.
mile
I can.
away.
Yeah, Spike's like.
I'm on a 10.
My deception was a natural 20.
Oh.
So you feel like that's where he's taking us.
Alright. Cast message. Hey. How's it going? We're going... there's these guys here that want to take me to the Hall of Records. I think I'm going to go with them. He seems friendly.
Tell them I don't think they seem friendly.
I'll send another one. Sprite says it's a bad idea, but I don't know. He wants me to go. Seems pretty insistent.
I'll turn away from the business that's happening. I'm assuming like this guy's showing us around the shop and showing us various things. As that's happening, I'll just kind of like walk to the other side of the shop, like I'm like looking at this and that, and I'll say, keep an eye. Well, just keep Sprite and Spike appraised of where you're going, and they can follow at a discreet distance. I'll message them, and we can meet up and make sure that you're okay. I've only been in this city a short amount of time, but I don't know how many of these people I trust.
He said he's not sure he trusts these people, and that you should probably follow. Be discreet.
That's pretty smart.
Something.
For like, it's pretty smart.
All right.
Not just a pretty face. You can reply to this message.
All right, we'll do that.
Well, it looks like I'm outnumbered.
We'll see in a bit anyway. All right, let's go.
All right. Pleasure meeting you both. And he'll start to lead you off towards the south exit of the park.
I just go to give her a hug. Stay close, yeah. Stay close, yeah.
Keep your wits about you.
Mm.
Oh,
And I'll
Let's
say,
go, bro.
sorry, friends.
Yeah, what's up,
If he
bro?
was worth
We've got that
murdering, they would've done
appointment.
it ages ago.
That's true.
Oh, okay.
We do
yeah.
need to be toddling off. Mr. Pincher, this is all fascinating, and I would very much like to bend your ear about most of these items. But we do have to run. So if I could get that gold, and do you have something signed that I could to assure that we
Yeah,
are
like
going to
a-
get 3,000
receipt.
gold of credit?
Yeah, I can probably do something like that. And he'll start writing as Marisha comes through. Would you like the list of the goods?
I would, yeah.
Yes?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, what have we been able to
Yeah,
peek
in,
at?
in
so
the
far?
time that
In the
we've
time?
had.
So you see that they have a +1 war pick.
Pick. I like
War
that.
pick.
What is that? Sounds amazing.
A +1 halberd.
Ooh.
A pearl of power. That goes for 6,000 gold pieces.
What's a pearl of power? do?
Stores spells, I think.
You
Oh,
can-
cool.
You can use it to restore a 3rd level spell.
Oh, nice. Okay.
The +1 war pick and the +1 halberd are 1,010 gold pieces, as is the +1 flail.
Oh shit.
They have chainmail of armor resistance
Ooh.
to radiant damage.
Sorry, it was a. What was it? Chainmail?
Chainmail armor of resistance to radiant damage for 6,080 gold pieces. Leather armor of resistance to necrotic damage for 6,010 gold pieces.
This is all just outside.
Ring mail of armor of resistance to acid damage for 6,030 gold pieces. They have a vicious mace for 355 gold pieces. A wand of fireballs for 32,000 gold pieces.
We'll save up.
Checks out.
2,000. Awesome.
For 20 gold pieces, they have a scroll of lightning lure. For 120 gold pieces, they have a scroll of cure wounds, witch bolt, cause fear, another scroll of witch bolt, and a scroll of hunter's mark.
Neat.
For 20 gold pieces, they also have a scroll of spare the dying and a scroll of thorn whip. For 400 gold pieces, they have a scroll of gaseous form. For 240 gold pieces, a scroll of arcane lock.
Neat.
For 240 gold pieces, a scroll of flaming sphere.
So many scrolls.
Yeah. That's all of the scrolls though, so you're fine.
Oh, okay.
I say there's 2 other scrolls, but I'll go through them. For 5,000 gold pieces, a gem of brightness.
Never heard of that one. Interesting.
For 90 gold pieces, a filter of love.
Take it.
Filter of love.
Yes.
Not needed.
If you have any queries about any of them, I can give you a description of them. For 3,840 gold pieces, a potion of invulnerability. For 640 gold pieces, a scroll of greater invisibility.
Oh, that's cool.
And for 1,280 gold pieces, a scroll of swift quiver.
Cool.
Interesting.
All right.
Very
A lot to think about or work
Yeah.
towards.
Yeah. Cool. I'll say, alright, Serpent, you ready to...
Yeah, sure, man. I mean, this one's always cracking the whip, you know. I'd love to hang out, but...
But we do have places to be.
Okay.
Thank you very
It
much.
was so nice to meet you, big guy. I point to the Minotaur.
And the Minotaur will sort of nod and say, Ma'am?
I'm a dude. I'm clearly a dude.
Oh, I don't know, you fleshy individuals. You all look the same to me.
Alright. Whatever, man. Keep it real. Start heading out. Good pull.
Alright.
Shit.
Yeah, as we leave,
Alright, Brady. So, we've got this... the wizard. He's heading off to the Hall of Records. I mean, he thinks it's fine, but the rest of them don't.
Wasn't that like somewhere we wanted to go?
Yeah, I mean, they're going there now, so I'll just... And
You're gonna catch up with them?
I'll go and I'll say, I'll send it to Spike. Spike, whereabouts are you now? We're going to try and find you.
So have you been following,
Yes.
and how far away have you been following them?
How good is your stealth?
My stealth?
Super good.
I can't remember where it is. Oh, it's decent.
Under
Very
Dex,
decent. Plus
yeah.
4.
I think
Decent.
I had a brief thought where one of us can be an obvious bait that's following, and one of us can be hidden one. But we can both be hidden, probably.
I was going to ask as well before he went, because we flicked back over.
Mhm.
I was going to just quickly rush up to him before he went and touch his arm
To who?
to
To who?
D
D.
and cast guidance just as he's walking off into the distance, and just say, "Oh, don't forget, Meowlica is with you." And as am I, and then I'm just going to disappear.
Who's
Bye.
Okay.
And then that's fine.
Okay.
Yeah.
New
So,
phone, who that?
so who's doing what in terms of following on this?
I am following within a stealthy distance.
Okay.
Very good.
Very descriptive,
That's
yes.
very descriptive.
Should
As
we flank?
Distance in which I
Yeah.
will not get disadvantage on myself.
yeah.
But also not lose sight.
Maybe about within 20 feet.
Okay, so relatively close.
Relatively
Which
close.
way did they go?
So, like,
did they come
A
through?
video
Did they carry
game
on
where
through
occasionally they stop and go.
park?
So yeah,
I thought I
they
heard
go
something.
down out of the park
You're
from
like-
the south exit of the park.
Just
Right, it's down here.
Yep.
And then where do they go?
And then they'll start turning right.
Right. Oh, that way, sorry.
So
I don't. Yeah. So
Towards
you're right
Carl?
towards me.
Right.
that way.
Oh,
Yeah.
Okay.
Sorry, I was pointing it as if it was the map.
the other right.
Other right.
Right. And then are they going into...
They'll head up.
To follow
there.
the road.
So it depends on how far you're following, because
So they're
obviously.
not going into, like, crowded, densely packed area, like, building-wise.
Following
They're
the
staying
They're
in
not
the
going
open.
through alleys.
They're
at the
staying in
moment.
the open.
They're staying in the open.
Right.
And where was the
So they
We're
were
just
here.
across the street, and
Oh.
the Hall of Records is way down there.
Hall of Records and relative to this, because this is a weird.
We have to go.
So it's almost
to
as
the other
far-
Side
Yeah. So that
and
is
back.
basically around the circumference of the ring.
Yeah, it's almost as
So
far
this
as
is
you
So
can go.
if you
really.
could
Yeah.
jump,
Really?
if you could jump really high and be able to fall
To the
down
other point
on
of
yourself,
gravity.
then we could probably skip a whole bunch of
Would-
There are connections, right? These,
No.
No, they're not
what do
If
these
you
mean?
wanted to go
That's just to
here,
say-
you would need to go
That's the
north,
same area.
right?
Yeah, it's the same area.
Right.
No.
No?
It's connected here.
Yeah.
So,
So, it's
this edge.
Because it's
is
like
a donut.
it's folded, sort of like that. Yeah.
Mm.
so it's a tubular donut.
Yeah.
Going all the way around.
So it's like this, and we've gone like this
Mm.
to make the map.
So, yeah,
So you
just have
fold
to go
each
all
of them
the
to
way
the
there
side and
or all
then
the way there.
Mm-hmm.
Either or.
Yeah.
Okay, so from my perspective so far, they are going towards it, potentially.
from what you've seen
Yeah.
in this little part, from where you are now, yes. Any further from there, then I will be needing stealth checks depending on how far away you are.
Cool.
So, you're close. You being obviously stealthy? Like, you're still trying to be stealthy, but you're being a lot closer than Sprite is stealth-wise. Is that your plan?
Yeah. Yeah.
So, Sprite,
Got an idea.
what are you doing?
I might, hang back from Spike, but I might just be flying. So I'm elevated
Mhm.
a little bit, but I'm, out of sight and following Spike and watching him for his reactions.
Okay.
So
There's
I'm kind
not
of stalking him.
anywhere near as much traffic in the air.
No.
So you're not going to have bodies that you can hide behind so much.
No, but I'm under the assumption that I'm totally out of sight because I'm stalking you and you're stalking them. Does that make sense?
But he's 20 feet, so it's still close enough for them to notice if you're flying.
Oh, I'm flying.
Which you can do. It's not a problem. But it's just if you think we go out into the street
Yeah,
and you
okay.
look up, there's 10.
So it is a
15
big,
things
it is a
flying.
big long straight street. Then I was thinking that there might be curves or whatever. That's fine. I'll just be on the ground.
You could be on top of the roof.
You could be on top of the roofs.
You'd be flitting from roof to roof.
Mm.
Hiding behind
But
the
if you're just
chimneys.
flying,
Yeah.
100 feet in the air,
That's
Unless they literally look up.
It's fine. I'll
That's
just be on the ground level and I'll
People
be
don't
just
tend to.
starting to
Don't know.
between. But I'm keeping an
Unless
eye on
you're
you.
in a donut.
Donut.
Okay. Roll me stealth checks.
Oh, that's cocked.
That's totally cocked.
22.
11.
11. Okay. Despite you are not being particularly conspicuous. You are a small thing, yes. But they also know what you look like. And you're quite bright and green compared to some of the dowered brown robes that are floating around.
And you did say you wanted to follow them. If they were going to be looking out for anyone, it would probably be you, right? Is that fair to say?
I didn't say explicitly I was going to follow, did I? I said it to him.
You said we can come with you.
Yeah, you
Oh,
you made a
yeah.
big deal of not wanting him to go and all
Yeah.
that kind of stuff. Is what I meant.
Okay. Okay. You feel pretty confident. However, Sprite, how many hit points do you have?
You got
Oh,
nailed by
jeez.
lightning bolt.
Oh.
Alright.
No,
I'm
Not
on
our baby
here.
pixie.
Sorry, I just
She's the
realised it was
paladin.
on here.
You can heal herself, it's
Why am I
fine.
having...
She's probably got more health than most.
Lordly
of us.
smite. This is
Oh, yeah.
Why?
Why?
Reaction.
Why?
No, no.
I'm gonna visit.
How many hit points do you have?
Oh god. 22.
You fall asleep.
Fall asleep.
Oh.
Do I see this happening? Is it
Nope.
someone next
You
to
do
me?
not see anything happening.
Okay.
And you are paying attention to them, but you do not see anything happening.
Motherfucker's
gonna-
using subtle
Yeah, I'm
spell.
gonna like trust that you're still behind me, so I'm not gonna look back.
Yeah.
Sleep spell.
Oh.
There's a spell called.
Okay, so no, but I haven't
yeah.
seen anyone.
There's no
obviously,
save.
like.
There's no save. It's just if it hits your
Yeah.
HP, you fall asleep.
I
Okay.
rolled,
It's like doing damage, but instead of damage,
Death.
if it goes over your hit points.
I roll
just-
5d8, and if I exceed your hit points, which I roll 25
There's no
on my
resistance.
5d8,
Which
so
is
you
why.
straight up go
So
to
that's
It
his
honestly
mate
like
has
an
just
elf or
noticed
something.
me and cast sleep.
Someone did.
Oh! Do you have Fey ancestry and perhaps some sort of resistance to sleep?
That's really smart. Let me check.
That's a thing.
Because that's an elvish
Can
thing.
you, the DM cam's gone. Can you fiddle with it?
Defenses. Check defenses.
Features and traits.
Sure.
Ooh.
Usually it's in defenses though. No resistances, immunities, or vulnerabilities. I think usually it's there.
It's back.
Fae. I am Fae, but it doesn't say.
Yeah, if it's not an innate trait that's written under
Oh, well.
features.
It was worth a check because
Definitely
elves
check.
do.
Yeah, because elves,
Yeah.
elves do, so I thought
Very
maybe it's
smart.
possible. Oh,
You
so let's
good?
try.
That would have
Great,
given you
that's
an
bad.
advantage. Well, so you just going and blop.
So good job I
Yeah,
wasn't
you don't even
flying.
know what happens,
good.
you just zonk out. However, you do notice
What's our
you
perception? Are we
don't
able to
notice
see our fairy
anything that
friend
happens
fall down?
because
When we get
she's
there?
behind you.
Yes.
Ooh, yeah, maybe.
I'm gonna reply to Link's question saying, I'm following him. I am following him towards what seems to be the hole of what was it?
Records.
Hole of records. What seems to be the hole of records. Sprite is behind me.
So, as you travel, you haven't really gotten a grasp of what this city is navigationally like.
No.
So you can do me a survival check, both D and thing, to see if you can ascertain where you are on the map that you have seen once.
Oh.
It's a big 7 from me.
It's a 5 from me, but I'm gonna if that's a fail, I'm gonna use a chronal shift.
That is a fail.
Can you like
That's a natural one.
trying to bring back the memory of the map?
So,
Clunk.
Spring the twing.
I love that his magic is suddenly like steampunk.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm imagining it like a steampunk, like stopwatch sort of thing. Yeah.
these guys are walking with conviction, and you haven't had enough time or experience with the city or the map to exactly know where it is that you're going.
Okay.
And they continue to walk, and you head.
So how long has it passed, and have the effects of this friendship ended?
This effect lasts for an hour.
Okay.
So while this is happening, can we move quite quickly? So we're making up the ground.
Yeah, you can try and dash through the city.
Yeah.
As much as you can. If you try and get anywhere near close, you're going to have to do a.
I mean, we want to keep our eyes open for our buddies, right?
Yeah,
But they wouldn't recognize them, so
they wouldn't recognize them. I'm just trying to think of following the trail, considering that neither of you two actually know where you're going
Yeah.
because you failed your navigational, your survival tracks.
Sure.
You can try and do me, both of you, do me a perception check with disadvantage to see if you can try and follow where they've gone, because at this point they now don't know where they are.
I'm imagining Spike's like, we're near a building, it's got a roof, there's people around. I hope that narrows it down.
Yeah, that's me following directions basically.
So that's a 9. No, disadvantage.
Oh, disadvantage.
Yeah, it's a 9.
9.
17.
Okay.
12. And what's the stat, sorry?
Perception.
I'm okay at perception.
We both got pretty decent passive perception, but that's...
Plus 5? I've got a +1 there. Why have I got a +1? Oh, because I got +1 from the
sensate thing.
Yeah. So that's going to be
Nice, man.
17.
17. Okay. So you try and follow the directions that Spike is giving you. You're fortunately the one that Spike is talking to. So you're able to kind of piece together what's going on. It takes you a couple of detours to try and get around, but you do eventually make your way towards where they are. At this point, can you do me one more perception check, please?
Was there any chance they came across or went past the Sleeping Beauty?
Yeah. Because we're looking out for our friends. Do we see
If
Sleeping
you're
Fairy on the
if
floor?
you're retracing the steps,
Yeah, but if you're up on the roof...
were you on, no, she said she wasn't on the roof.
No, I was on
she
the
was on the
ground.
ground.
On the ground.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Yes. That would slightly delay you because you would find them, go towards them.
Yeah, for sure.
But yes.
Well, the
If we-
If we see
well, the
spray on the ground, I'm not leaving her there. Like,
There's
Like,
someone's
I'm imagining, like, you know,
taking a
Anna
shit.
in Frozen, she's kind of like a hair's up. Like,
22.
I love it.
22. Okay. So you two do manage to find Spike
Yeah.
as you're wandering through the city. You took the directions that they said.
Oh,
and-
she looks real peaceful.
Let's not disturb her.
I'll
Take
just
it.
pick her
She
up.
needs a rest.
Just take her stuff.
Yeah.
Just check
Ooh, that's a nice bow.
Eventually, you do
Yeah, the one in her
recognize
hair is really nice.
location.
You take that one.
You have gone past Dee's old house.
Oh.
And you're
Okay.
currently,
That's quite fun.
if you continue up to the northern corner of that little section there, you're by a house there, and you can see that they're herding Dee into one of these houses.
All right.
So we haven't been able to catch up before they...
Not before that.
Okay.
Surely I have a say about this. Because he said he was going to the Hall of Records, and this is not the Hall of Records.
Are we...
They're starting to herd. So, like, you've been walking, and now they notice that they're opening the door and trying to herd you into this.
Are we staying as those bros?
Yeah.
Or are we?
Aye, let's do that.
Yeah.
Are we...
Alright.
Can we see this? Are we sort of like in the same area as
You're not
Spike
too
and
far
stuff now?
away. You would have, you would eventually catch up.
Alright.
You'd probably be catching up at the back end of this.
I would try
Oh, man,
I would try
my
to
feet are
cause. I would try to cause like
big.
just say,
Yes.
oh yeah, where are we going? And like just cause a bit of a ruckus, make some noise, and get a reaction. Like, are they forcefully putting me in? Are they just trying to convince me?
They're beckoning, so they've opened the door and they're like, through here.
If, as we see the door open, I'm going to say, we got to do this. And follow me. And I'll
Sprite down on the floor.
I'll run.
You can just wake her up. You can just wake her up.
And then throw us at any point.
Okay.
And
I was like carrying her like a baby as we were running down the street.
then slam her like a basketball. As I'll just run up with, Dolian! Dolian! Oh, thank God we found you.
man! Hey!
Hey,
I'm sorry. There's, gents. I'm sorry. There's been an emergency.
Real serious, like, man.
It's family.
but I'm in the
No.
middle of the day.
It's
This is family business. Someone's hurt, man.
Oh, what's that?
I'm really sorry. It's
He's your best friend, man.
your friend. He's taking a turn. You need to.
You know Tiggs?
I don't think he's got long left. I'm sorry, gents, but we will be with you shortly. But we need to go right now.
And I'll just like whip around the other side of him so we can like hook him both on both arms and try and steer him away.
2 arms.
Well, so,
go, Dolian.
If it'll work.
sorry, Krogi. We'll have to catch up some other time.
So, did you say, well, what name did you give as your friend?
You said.
I
no.
said Tiggs.
Tiggs.
And as you say that, a figure emerges from behind the door that was open that they were trying to herd him into. And it is a dwarvish-looking individual.
Fuck you.
With short curled auburn hair and brown eyes, pinkish skin, 3'11", quite short, but very bulky and built. With a nice chin strap beard. And he'll step forward and say, I can assure you that Tiggs is fine.
Well, I'm sorry. I don't know who you are, but this takes precedent over whatever business. Look, Dolian can come back for this, but there is something that we need to deal with.
Yeah, man. It's super important.
What's your name?
Ural?
Ural.
Ural.
Tiggs is my husband. And I can assure you he is doing well.
Oh, Tiggs. Tiggs is the... Okay.
Tiago.
Shit.
What do you want to talk about anyway?
Well, we have a matter of business that we have to deal with.
Do we?
What business?
The outstanding debt Dolian has to me.
Oh, that's all right. Business. I see. I thought it was the, snip snip kind of business. But money. We can manage money. How much does he owe you?
15,000 gold pieces.
Let's run.
Wait.
That's a question.
Yep.
Sleep lasts for 1 minute. Am I still asleep?
No,
If
we
you're like
were-
shaken
yeah.
awake,
Yeah.
you're
Oh,
fine.
okay,
Yeah,
sorry.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Nobody said. I was like,
No, okay, we put you
Sorry.
on the ground, woke you up.
So I
and
think-
was like, wake up!
So like we're in the front with
You can follow.
Dolian, and then you guys are like back at a discreet distance watching this, I assume.
Yeah.
30 feet away.
I just say to this guy,
yes.
Exactly.
Exactly.
If I were
And,
to claim a distance.
what did I ask this money for?
You had a project. I was very against giving you the money. But Tiago, sweetheart that he is, thought, it would be the kind thing to do. It was a wedding gift.
Oh, there you go. So it's a gift. It's not.
Well, the money was for you to do a wedding gift. Now, obviously, I ain't forgiving people money for nothing. It's usually something that we get back from that. Don't give charity, don't take charity.
And what would you want?
The money back in turn.
All right.
This why, kids, you don't go into debt for your weddings.
Yes.
You're gonna have to give us a little bit of time.
I've already given you plenty of time. I thought you were dead. I thought maybe the idea of you being dead was actually a ploy. Fake your own death, get out of your debt.
Oh, there was no ploy. I did die. Isn't there a thing that says that all debts are settled at death?
You're not dead though. I can see you.
Aye, but if at some point in the past he were dead, does that then make the contract null and void?
Nope.
Aye.
Dolian is dead though. I'm just talking to you as I'm trying to figure it out with you and ignoring that he's still.
I agree with that. As far as I'm concerned, Dolian's a past tense. Well,
How to get rid of debt 101.
And I'll,
So I
I'll-
mean, like, if he really is like Tiggs' husband, and he should know like everything that we told Tiggs, right? Like,
yeah.
Also, do you have a receipt, a contract, something that proves that you did give this money to Dolian?
And as he says this, I'll message Spike and just say, "Oi, a receipt for the, what was it,
1,000 gold pieces.
15,000 gold pieces that Dolian apparently owes Tiggs and his good husband Euro." Just so that you can hear exactly what the situation is.
Can I reply to that?
Yeah. You can reply to this message.
Yarr!
Yarr!
I am going to. You hear a very audible sigh and say, "You think he's worth 15,000?"
No, I'm not sure what you can buy for 15,000. But my friend here, we are going to stick through and get this done, aren't we?
Now, wait a minute. We gotta know if he's got proof that I do owe him the money.
Oh, yeah, of course.
All loans are processed through the Order records.
Blast.
Alright.
We're sticklers for our paperwork when it comes to what we are owed.
We should probably go to the Hall of Records.
I thought that's where we were going in the first place, man.
Well, I thought somebody had defaulted, so...
To the Hall of Records. We must see if this paperwork is indeed in order.
One thing that you'll notice, the Gif Yankee that was following, he slinks away as the rest escort you to the Hall of Records.
Can I see where he goes?
You can do me a perception.
Nope.
He slinks away before you leave the hive.
Let's go.
And they'll take you on down towards the Hall of Records. So they'll travel direct through the hive down through to the clerk's ward. And as you approach the building, this place, it doesn't look like what you would originally imagine to be sort of like an official, bureaucratic building. There's a couple of eccentricities about it. And as you head towards the gate, you can notice that there's a sign, a placard, and it is very scrawled out to try and sort of obscure the words it was. You can do me an investigation check if you'd like to see what it said.
I don't think so.
Are we all there?
Investigation.
Yeah, he's taking all of you.
7. Well, whoever wants to come. And on the way there, I would ask Link if he knows where Spike and Sprites are.
I'll do just a very quiet message and say, following at a discreet distance. Alright.
I only got a 10 on my investigation, so not great.
It's very scrawled out. So
Oh,
it's hard to-
sorry.
You can do it.
12 plus probably not much. 1, 13.
13. 13 is enough. You see, with only 12, it's not that much. You can see that this place is called was called Bigby's College of the Arcane Arts.
Okay.
Big B.
Famous for his large hand.
So, the building itself is quite large, quite ornate. As I said, it doesn't look like a regular bureaucratic building that you would imagine. And you head on in, and there's like an air of stuffiness around you. Everyone seems very tense and focused on something. Lots of people sort of milling around, lots of paperwork floating around everywhere. And Ural will look over to the halfling and say, keep an eye on them. I'm going to go fetch the paperwork. And he'll start to head off, leaving you sort of in the foyer of this building.
Alright.
I tell you, man, I did not think this is where we would end up when I woke up this morning.
Oh. This is not great.
Are you doing anything, or are you sticking around like he said?
It's up to
We
you.
gotta see the.
This is your debt.
Let's see the paperwork first.
Yeah, we gotta.
We'll
Yeah.
have to make a decision after.
Yeah, we need to see if it's legit.
Okay. And about 15 minutes later or so, your compulsion, your friendliness is worn off.
All right.
Your charm person has worn off. And about 15 minutes later, he returns. And he has a slip of paper. And it is signed by Dorian. You compare the handwriting of like the journal, if you remember. And it looks very identical to that. And it says that the the Honourable Gentleman Ural Bluntchin is transferring the funds of 15,000 gold pieces to the individual known as Dolion Monteroso for personal reasons. The money is due to be paid back in 6 months.
And the date?
Otherwise, interest will be accrued.
And what's the date looking like?
You don't know what the date is at the moment.
Good point. Okay, seems like Dolion owes you this money. How much is Dolion's house worth?
I'll have to go and check that.
Could you make an estimate? I know, sorry, I'm putting Carl on the spot here.
You were to sell it quick. Probably best part of 25,000.
That's not bad.
Why don't you just take it?
I'll cover the debt.
Foreclosure.
It's yours. And we're done. Our business is done.
I need your signature.
I look at you. See what you think.
Do you not think you should run that past me?
Well, you could hire a lawyer. I mean, the devils, they're quite sticklers with the law. We know a few. Some of them won't kill us, but some of them are friendly. Friendly-ish.
It's up to you, man.
I do want to get rid of this. But it might not be the wisest move.
We do want to get this off our backs.
We have plenty to worry about.
I just give the guy staring at us like a little wide eye, like smile, like, trying to sort it out.
Let's have the house appraised, and then we can get them to pay you the difference. That way you're not losing too much.
So, you see, apparently Dolion has a wife, and it wouldn't be quite fair to get rid of something that potentially is half hers without her getting anything in return. What if we say we sell the house, you take your money, maybe an extra 1,000 on top, and the rest goes to Ava? I take nothing from this, you get what you are owed, still make a profit, and she gets the rest.
I need a signature too then.
All right.
I'll get the paperwork draft up.
Send it to the... What's that place that we were staying?
You asking for the actual place?
Can we like make up an inn that we saw on the way?
There's the Gathering Dust.
One that we don't want to stay at, but could go just to get the paperwork from.
Yeah.
Yeah? Gathering Dust Inn. We have quarters there.
We'll get the paperwork signed up and sent over then. Then we'll be clear of this unfortunate business.
Alright. I'll put my hand out.
He'll put his hand out, and you actually feel in this a sort of tingling.
Oh shit.
Ooh, you've made an actual pact. You promised something.
Boom.
I'm making this deal in the name of the person I was, but not the person I am. Once this is done, we're done.
Deal.
All right. And I look at the guy that I believe cast a spell on me, if he's still there.
Mm-hmm.
No casting spells on me again, please.
Well, it was one of the only ways I was going to get you to come with me.
Dickhead, casting spells on people. Why would anyone do that? Such a thing? All right. We'll wait for the papers.
All right. On your way then.
Do you guys have any business on the Hall of Records?
No, I'm good.
Not with these people.
Hey, Sprite, do you have any business on the Wall of Records?
What?
You have any business?
I sent a message.
No!
Fuck, you know. Hey, Spike!
You get no
So
response.
obnoxious.
I don't think it does either.
Okay.
I think we're good.
You are free to leave whilst the paperwork is being drafted up.
Oh, there's no fucking end of mess this guy left in the past.
Alright. If we're out of earshot of...
Yeah, you can
Them.
leave by all means.
So,
Hey
well,
guys, I have to get back to work, so I'll maybe catch you on the flip side. And I'm gonna go to an alley somewhere and change back to Brady.
You find Spike just hanging around the corner.
Oh, fuck.
It go well?
And you see my face like Animorph from. I have a nice little picture
Oh.
yeah.
of this guy.
Oh.
Nice.
Animorph back into Brady.
Oh man.
And I'm just furiously like
I will.
rubbing makeup off with like a bunch of little makeup sponges.
I'm just looking at Brady and all like, I will never get tired of seeing that.
You'd make a
Ever.
great anarchist.
It is pretty great.
Okay, so if we're all together, that was a close call.
How extremely convenient you had property.
I have nothing. I'm just making use of someone else's stuff to pay for someone else's stuff.
It could have been a lot worse.
So it seems.
Let's just be
Not
thankful.
sure if Ava's gonna be very happy about this. Not my problem.
I was going to say,
Wow.
does Dolian care? But
Dolan-
regardless...
Dolan may care, but do
Oh, sorry. The other one. Do you apologize?
that's fine. It's confusing even to me.
Well, since we're down here, what business do we have around this spot? Well, I don't think we've been down
Let's
here.
open the map.
Nice.
I'm
So we've
nowhere
got
near
the Fest
good.
Hall district
And the gymnasium for.
and the gymnasium.
There's a gymnasium.
What else? Where's the
and
the prison? Should be.
That's like up here.
Oh, the prison is there.
Oh, that's it. So do you want to go like dum dum
Yeah.
dum
Yeah.
like that?
Alternatively, between the Civic Fest Hall and the gymnasium, at the very, very bottom, I believe there's a place called the Workers' District.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Down at the bottom of the W is a place you were suggested if you wanted to take up gainful employment.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
By the name of Tensar's Employment Services.
So, guys, I know.
I think Kylie mentioned it when you said you wanted to earn
Is that
something.
nearby?
Yeah, it's like
Yeah.
we're here. So that's Fest Hall, Tensors, Gymnasium.
It's a
We
lot
could
to
do
do
a-
in a day.
We could do a whole ring today. I've lost my accent completely.
While you guys go to the fest hall, or as you move there, does anyone want to get? Is Scholar Row? Is there a library there, perhaps, or place of information? There's a place called Book Street.
Book Street. Maybe you'll find some books there.
You just get booked for
Why
parking fines.
would you go to the street?
So expensive. I just tucked in for a minute.
Everything everywhere else is super busy.
Yeah.
But that street is always empty.
It's actually it's called Rook Street.
Is it really? Oh, my eyes! They're broken.
But there is Scholar Row.
Scholar Row. Where the nerds hang out.
Well, I'll just say to these guys, you guys go
Yeah, let's
to
go and
the
hassle
fest
some nerds.
hall unless anyone wants to come.
Bunch of jokes.
I'm just gonna go
Knock their books
to
out.
Scholar Row and try to find a book that just talks
Try to
about
read.
all the different guilds. I just want a
Four
book
eyes.
that knows the history of the guilds.
I'm gonna follow him, and I am going to, try to immerse myself in the library and see how that makes me feel.
Should we go?
And then
Fest Hall?
we'll catch up with you guys in the fest hall. If the three of you want to
Yeah.
go.
Or how about we do like
Probably a good idea.
we go like that, and then we meet there.
Yeah.
Sounds good.
Okay, so we're splitting and then meeting back up in the workers' district
Yeah, Tensors.
at the Tensor's place. Yeah.
All right.
So, Sprite,
Yeah.
do you want to go to some stuffy old books and talk about all this ancient knowledge, or do you want to come to the fest hall and have some real experiences, just really pull the essence out of life?
Yeah. Do you want to read about it or experience it?
I'm still tired from that spell. Do you know what? Even the
Aw.
sound of books makes me want to go to sleep.
It's a bit rude.
It's not rude. We all like different things, and at this point, I'm already bye.
I mean, we'll have to go with you guys.
The voice is getting quieter.
Bye.
See you
I just seem to be
later.
going this way.
Enjoy your stuffy books.
It's an inexplicable pull.
Yeah.
You're lost.
Okay, so some of you are heading to the Civic Festival, and is it just
Three.
three?
Yeah.
And then
Those
books.
two are going to Scholar Row.
Mhm.
Okay, so let's do Scholar Row first. So, as you head down there, you do notice that there is a very large building in the centre of Scholar Row, which is the one that you pointed to. That is a place, and you see there's a little sign on the front of it that is called the Hall of Information.
Oh, I like this already.
Sounds useful.
However, you do notice that on the front is a sign that says Public Ordinance 034-AC/7. To all visitors and citizens, Hall of Information Reorganization. Effective immediately and until further notice, all duties of Public Affairs Bureau will be assumed by the Ministry of Public Data by order of the Hall of Speakers.
That was a lot of
What
words.
does that even mean?
You see that the doors are
The right
closed.
direction.
Well, that's shit.
Interesting.
Any other bookshops around? I'm literally looking for the Traveler's Guide to the Guilds.
Yeah.
I'm not. It's not.
Looking for the Tourist Information Center.
Yeah.
I believe those are called the touts.
Yeah,
The one
You
that doesn't
have to
rip you off.
pay for.
the cat's probably
One that
burned
would-
down places like that. Not on my watch.
They own them all.
Yeah.
It is a very beautiful building, though. Blue marble
there any-
edge and onyx.
Is there any guards or any
No guards.
That's fancy.
Can we just twist the knob, see if it opens?
Yeah, if you want to go up there.
Does it open?
So as you go through, you notice that there's a pair of marble ramps that lead up to 3 marble columns. Each one of the columns has etched into them cooperation, compliance, control.
Of course.
But as you go to pull the door, it does open.
Hello.
And as you shout that, you hear and you see a probably about 5 foot tall woman up here, and you sort of eye them over. You notice that they have the lower torso of a goat.
Good morning.
Yes.
Oh, we were wondering if you could help us.
What with?
Well, you see, we were told that this is the place to be if you want to know it all.
And she'll
Once he laughs, I take a noticeable step away from him.
and she'll step forward and say, "Hush voices now. This is a place of knowledge."
Of course. What was I thinking? Yeah, is it okay if we step inside, me and my friend here? Well, if you
All right, if you make it quick.
Absolutely. I am D. What is your name?
Board
Boron.
Mock.
Boron Mock. This is Spike. Aren't you, Spike?
Yes, I suppose that is my name.
And as you head inside, you'll notice that by the door are 4 individuals, and all of them are very proudly wearing a badge on their clothes in the shape of a almost flying serpent.
Oh, interesting.
You, from your information you gathered, identifies these as mercy killers.
So they're keeping the peace here, keeping the law, potentially.
Keeping the law.
Do they all look the same? Or are they wearing a uniform? Are they?
Yes, they are all wearing uniform. Very standardized and strict and regulated. They look individual. They're not carbon copy clones, but they're all wearing the same clothes.
Oh, come on. Where's the clones of Spike?
The Spike clones.
I look at Spike.
That'd be amazing if they were all like you and you found out you were just a clone.
Yeah.
Like,
Oh.
just one of the thousands of mercy killers, just like
Oh,
carbon
fuck.
copies. Just
Oh,
Oh, that'd be
that
so
would
good.
be.
That would be hard, just heart shattering.
I believe my colleague is looking for information about the city and how it runs and those who run it.
With
It
a focus on the guild.
On the guilds. It would help us better navigate and understand.
Guilds or the factions.
Fact, you know.
'Cause there are guilds and there are factions. They are very
Well,
different from each other.
Let's do both. But the factions is the one I was thinking of.
Donations towards the repairs are required.
Absolutely. Let's have a look what I got. And she just hears the chinkling of me going, oh, copper, more copper. And, copper. There we go. I found a nice, shiny gold. There we go. Gold. 3 of them.
We are not particularly well off.
Well, that is your problem. Only the weaklings are the poor. Those who
For
demand
now.
authority take what they need.
Very well.
And you see that this individual also has the same badge as pretty much everyone had in the Hall of Records.
10. Yeah. I'll return.
Agreeable.
Very well. 10 it is. The price of knowledge I shall pay it.
What would you like to know?
Would you like to go first?
What is the status of my kind here?
That was deep. I mean,
Well, your kind don't venture out very often.
I don't imagine so.
You're not particularly accepting of others.
I get that.
I feel you. They're just repugnant, vile creatures.
They can be overcomplicated. But I wish more to know about their perceptions within the wider city, and if there is a community here.
Not really. They tend to stick to their own in Acheron. They do not like other races.
And I the mercy killers, and none of them are.
None of them are bladelings.
And
at this point, your spikes have grown back, by the way.
yes, I am aware. And
I couldn't remember if I did last time.
and if we are known for one particular thing, what would you say we would be known for?
Xenophobia.
I sense a theme. Thank you for your knowledge. Would you happen to know a typical employment path?
In what way? For your people, or?
Either or. For a bladeling or someone whose skin is metal, who can shoot spikes, and who is capable of some amount of violence.
I don't know much about your kind, as I said. You stick to your own. One thing I do know is they don't tend to trade very much. You'll be hard pressed to find many bladelings roaming around, but they are hardy folk, and manual labor is very common.
Understandable. Very good. D.
That's very good. Very good. Well, I was looking more for a book or two. A couple of bits, one about the guilds, one about the factions, maybe. I don't want to bore you.
That's outlawed.
What?
Not allowed to write books about the factions.
What about the guilds?
Guild less so. Factions. If anyone heard about that, then all of the factions would be in uproar.
Oh. How do you decide which faction you join?
I mean, their philosophies are pretty generally widespread and known, but you just can't write books about them.
Didn't we overhear about someone who attempted to do that and was then violently censored?
I don't remember.
It seems to have sparked a memory. A local I spoke to. As a form of warning for the same thing that you are informing us, told us that someone tried to write a book
That
about such a
sounds
thing.
about right.
And, well, did not meet a good end.
They did not.
Can we take a seat, perhaps, then, and a drink, and you can tell me all about every single one of these factions? Just a quick overview on each of them.
I'll get one of my little cranium rats to come and tell you.
Oh,
I have better important things to do.
what's a cranium rat?
Little vermin.
And they talk?
Clueless.
I've been called worse.
We are.
And she'll just walk away.
Thank you for your kindness.
And as you sort of sit down, you see a little halfling girl run over.
Oh, they call you,
Probably about 20.
they call you Cranium Rat.
She's not a very nice lady.
Oh, I thought I was making a joke. It wasn't really you, but that's even worse.
I thought I was being funny. That's genuinely what you
It's very sad.
All right. So, what's your real name? What do you call you?
Ulcer.
I'm not sure if it's getting any better. Okay. Ulcer.
No, ulcer.
Ulsa.
Oh, Ulsa. Right. My mistake.
It's starting to sound like her.
No, I'm sorry. I was just in a negative frame of mind.
Apologize. It's in his nature to be negative.
Well,
He did walk into a particular plane for that, but please inform him before he has a chance to speak.
And we can not go through it all if you don't want to.
I can go through the general rundown because it would help people understand.
Okay. That way I don't have to tell. I would tell them anyway, so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Well, I'll do a quick, brief rundown of all of the different factions.
Story time.
Story time.
Lord Dump time.
And then we'll take our break after I go through that.
All right.
So, there are, let's double check, I believe 15 factions, so it's going to be,
15?
there's quite a few of them.
Jesus, also.
Let me just double check that is the case. There's definitely 15 planes. and I'm
Perhaps
pretty sure
you
most
could
of them are
consult
fine.
the factions manifesto.
The Factors Manifesto, that would be the better, faster way of doing it rather than this. So,
The forbidden book.
the Forbidden Book.
It exists.
Somehow.
Most of them
Falling through the
get...
cracks into our plane.
Forbidden manuscriptum.
Oh, look at that
Fun
map.
fact, the book itself is written as if it was somebody writing
That's
a book
cool.
and
That's
doing
amazing.
interviews with people. So
Oh.
all of the different factions are written by different individuals.
Oh yeah,
cool.
look at this.
There's quite a lot
Look
of them.
at
So
this.
Is that upside down?
That's
Upside down.
No, there's.
Oh,
it's upside down and not upside down.
Oh,
Only one isn't. What?
Funny enough, they're the Chaos Attacks, which I'll go
makes
over.
sense.
Gods, of course.
So
What
just
a
so people can
beautiful
see the
map.
beautiful map.
Yeah.
that's cool.
That's an original, isn't it?
That is an original. So there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. I was correct. However, this is only going to give me the individual logos of all of them. So I'm not going to actually use that. However, as per the Factors Manifesto,
I'm taking notes on all of this as also.
I'll give a very condensed version.
Yeah.
So as not to bore everyone. In alphabetical order, we have the Athar. Athar. They are individuals that claim that all of the gods are frauds. There is no such thing as a god. They're just incredibly powerful individuals that exert their will against other people. And that anyone could become a god as long as they get powerful enough to do so.
Fair.
Next we have the Believers of the Source. You know these to be signers, a sign of ones. Nope, you don't. Sorry, my bad. They're later in the book. Believers of the Source, they are the individuals that run the Great Foundry. They test themselves for godhood. So they, again, believe that anyone can become a god, but they don't believe that they are powers. They just believe that through doing enough hard graft, you too can ascend to godhood and either leave this plane of existence or assert yourself as a role within that.
Ah, the boomers.
Wow.
We have the Bleak Cabal. They are individuals that believe that there is no point to anything. They are incredibly nihilistic.
Ah, the teenagers.
That's Gen Z.
And as such, they quite commonly come over with waves of melancholy and lack of enthusiasm. However,
Emos.
they do also tend to run all of the charities that are found
So
around the
random.
city.
Genuinely fits. It genuinely fits.
It does though,
Fair
yeah.
enough.
We have the Doom Guard. They are individuals who believe in destruction and decay. They believe that everything should basically fall to entropy and that the world is rapidly bringing itself to self-destruction and everything should be destroyed, and so will try and accelerate it as much as they can.
I heard Jeff Bezos is a member.
Yep. We have the Dustmen. We already know a bit about the Dustmen. They are individuals that believe that ascending through undeadhood,
Undeadhood, I like it.
undeadhood, yeah. Is the truest form of creating yourself. So if you just embrace undeath, then you're basically finding peace and the true point and everything. We have the
Like
Fated.
a cult to me.
The Fated, they are individuals who believe that you should take what you can. So,
Something here.
as
Action shopping.
the Fated are the individuals that run the Hall of Records.
Okay.
They
Definitely
are
on something.
very, very bureaucratic. They are one of the foundations of the city of Sigil. They do all of the paperwork. They ensure that everything is documented. And they basically just take. They do not believe in charity. Doesn't exist. Shouldn't give it to anyone. If they're
Capitalism.
strong
Just
enough,
take it.
if they're strong enough, they should take it. They're not strong enough to take it. Then there's
they
no
don't
point in it.
deserve it.
Exactly.
Fair enough.
They do not give anything for free. Hence, as you noticed, that loan.
Has to be paid
Does
back.
that
Has to be
mean,
paid
like, if someone was to try and heal them, they wouldn't accept it?
Did they pay for it?
Yeah, basically.
That's so interesting. Okay.
We have the Fraternity of Order. They are the individuals who basically believe that the pure essence of everything is law. And by understanding how everything in the universe works, you can manipulate it to your will. There are going to be loopholes in how things work. Their goal is to try and find those loopholes and exploit them.
Exploit them, not close them. Use them.
Yes,
Okay.
for their own.
Like this.
The lawyers.
Basically, they are the lawyers. They work with the Harmonium and the Mercy Killers. They are basically the judges. So, next up, we have the Free League. They believe that everyone is an individual and that all individuals should take precedence above everything else.
The
They
libertarians.
are the rather wishy-washy faction. They focus themselves around the Great Bazaar. Lots of merchants and so forth. They don't really have much other than the fact that they believe that they should be individuals and not adhere to a greater belief system.
So they're like the faction of anti-faction. No,
But not anti-faction.
but not anti-faction. Okay. They believe in community, but that everyone's individual.
Exactly.
Okay.
We have the Harmonium, who believe that peace should be enforced through might. Everything should be lawfully abided, and if you do not believe in their sense of thing, then you should be eradicated.
Right.
Okay.
That took a turn.
Yep.
If you do not believe that their law is correct, you are doing the wrong thing.
Sounds like 40k.
We have the they're basically the police of Sigil,
Oh yeah.
so they're the ones that go around and enforce the laws. We have the Mercy Killers, who are the executioners. So where we have Harmonium running as the police, we have the Fraternity of Order, that are the judges and the jury, and the Mercy Killers are the executioners. They believe that their mercy is basically a creation of the weak and thieves. So,
Dang.
if you expect mercy, then you're probably too weak to deserve mercy. They basically enforce all of the punishments, and they run the prison. We have the Revolutionary League.
Oh.
They are anarchists. They are individuals such as Monique's character, Crow. She or they believe that all of the factions should be overthrown. The structure in them is itself unnatural, and they actively work. Nobody knows much about them, other than they basically try to weasel their way into factions and topple them from the inside out. The Sign of One, you've met, Harrison. They believe that they are the center of the universe. Everything else is a creation of their subconscious,
Oh, that's right. We're all living in their dream
and
world.
we're all living in their dream world.
Right.
I like that.
We have the Society of Sensations, which we also know a little bit about. They believe that the true way to find out the universe is to experience it. We have the Transcendent Order, also known as the Ciphers, as Sprite's character previously was. They believe that thinking things through is probably not good because you're going against the natural order of things.
But they're not going to think about it too much.
But they're not going to think about it. They believe in action over thought. If you think something through, you're going to miss your opportunity and you're going to miss the perfect thing that the universe needs or wants you to do. But don't do things too recklessly.
Makes sense. Be reckless.
Then we have the Chaos Attacks, also known as Chaos Men. They believe that chaos is the true natural order of things, and doing things for the sake of it is better than trying to do things for a purpose.
Okay.
Okay. Quite a lot of them are mad.
I keep looking pointedly at Kyle and he's chaotically ignoring me.
And that is all of the factions and the very overarching philosophies behind them. Each of them have different structures, but everything falls under the general idea of you're a member, you're a namer, you're a factotum, a factor, or a factol. That is the hierarchy of the factions. Members, they're basically people who just believe in the idea. Namers are people that work at entry level to sort of pursue and spread the belief system.
Would we be namers in the previous?
Probably have been namers in the previous life.
And so if we have one of these,
Yes.
would that put me as a namer
That would
level?
put you as a namer level.
Right.
Yeah. So everyone would have been a namer level. Being a namer gains its own benefits for being a believer of that faction. You can sign up with anyone and you can work your way through the ranks. And then factors are very few and they're high-ranking members. So you've got namer, factotum, which are people who pursued their not entry level, but they're mid-level.
Yep.
Factors are basically like lieutenants in an army. And then the factol, there's one of them and they are the leader of the faction.
That's the leader. Okay.
Cool. Okay. On the note of that very large data dump, I apologise to the listeners. That may not have been particularly entertaining. It might have if you have an interest in the setting. I think we'll take a 5-minute break whilst I replenish my mouth.
Alrighty.
Liquids.
Mouth liquids. Yes.
Beautiful.
Weirdest way to say I need a drink.
We'll be back in a couple of minutes.
Hello, kittens. Good morning. Hi, Carl.
Hello.
Are you looking through the hole of your knitting?
Yes.
How many stitches have you got?
60
Yeah, that's 30 on on both sides.
sides, yes.
And how many times you have to? Well, you have to keep increasing until you get how many stitches?
100.
So you're getting there.
Yes.
And do you want to? So if this is a podcast episode, you have to tell us what yarn you're using.
I am using the what is it called? Amethyst by the Woolen Witch.
Lovely.
It is actually very, very soft. I think it's superwash merino. This is the other colour that I'm going to have on the other side. So it's going to be a reversal hat.
Look at those beautiful stitch markers.
The stitch marker.
So cute. And which one have you got on your project?
At the moment, I have the little scarab.
And who does your stitch markers?
So Woman Witch.
Oh my goodness, multi-talented lady.
I know. It's almost as if she was in here and I forced her to pick colours and stuff for me. And designs and patterns. Pestered her so much.
And what are you making?
I'm making a reversible hat.
Yeah. So I can put the pattern name on the screen later because I can't remember what it is. I just found it on Ravelry. I was looking for a double knit reversible. And by reversible, I mean double thick.
Yes.
Yeah. Are you excited?
I am very excited.
That's good.
Doing okay.
Oh, what needles are you using?
Oh, I'm using your needles.
What kind of needles are they?
They are the driftwood Leica ones, I think.
Nice.
On a little circular interchangeables.
Perfect. You could be a pro podcaster.
I could not do that.
It's not as easy as it looks, is
I
it?
am the most awkward person when it comes to talking. I don't know how I DM in front of a camera every week.
You're amazing.
I just have mild panic attacks leading up to it for the next 7 days.
You're so funny.
I live in a constant state of paralysis.
And then you constantly are worrying about what just happened as well
Yes.
for the next, like 48 hours.
Oh, I've got a person in a state of paralysis.
Sorry, got interrupted by someone coming into the shop, which, you know, how rude. I'm just kidding. Yeah, Carl worries about it. So after the session for the next 48 hours, I just constantly get, so how was it? What was your favourite part? Did I do okay? What could I have done better? Is it all right? Did I do okay? What could I have done better? What was your favourite part?
It's true.
It's really funny. It's adorable. It's annoying, but it's adorable.
Yes.
Well, what do you have to say on that?
I mean, self-confidence.
No, you can do it.
I just get anxious. I want people to enjoy themselves, and if they don't enjoy themselves,
We do enjoy ourselves.
I need that validation.
You're so funny. Anyway, working in the shop today. What's on our list? Are we going to change the window?
You might have to. I have a lot of paperwork that needs doing.
I can't do it by myself.
Oh no.
You need to go get the stuff from the attic. So yeah, I want to get the window done because it's the 1st of December, so it'd be nice to get that sorted. We're still rocking our cottage core display with Halloween mixed in. Yeah, I want to get the window done, but I really struggle just physically to do it. Usually I have Mum to help and a second helper, and today she's going to be Carl, and it looks like he's going to be half involved, which is slightly terrifying. Not feeling super confident about doing it, to be honest, but it'll be nice when it's done. I know that.
It'll be beautiful.
And I'll try and film bits and pieces, like, so you can see that utter chaos. I just hope my body doesn't give up halfway through, because that would be the worst.
Nobody wants a half-finished display, Kim.
Hey, so obviously you know I'm not one to stay quiet. I've been trying to think of something to say to add to the conversation. It's going around about Kirsty Glass and all that stuff. To be honest, I always thought she was a little bit fake. I never enjoyed her content that much. But yeah, it's very disappointing to see someone with such a big following in the knitting community just not learning. And it's even more disappointing to have the community not respect when people are coming out and saying, hey, I was hurt and angry by this. So yeah, I drew this like 4 times before I found one that I was really happy with, but a simple message that says, believe marginalized people. I'm going to post that on the shop's grid and my grid today. just to raise awareness, basically. Just more glad than ever that this is still in our window. Yeah, I'm so sick of it. I'm so sick of people not taking the time to learn and understand and listen and believe people when they say that there's something wrong and they're being marginalized and treated poorly. I'm so sick of it. It goes for LGBTQ, it goes for race, it goes for religion, and it goes for disability as well. I deal with that on a daily basis, and it sucks balls. I can't imagine. I can't imagine, but to be not believed and to have to work extra hard just because of the color of your skin makes me feel sick. Like, why can't we all just be nice and awesome to each other? I don't know. I'm rambling a bit, but yeah, I just sorted that out. I'm gonna post that today on the grid because it deserves some grid time. And then I'm gonna sort this window. I'm just looking over there and I've still got my Vlogmas intro stuff I need to pack away. Okay, go.
Hello there.
You going up into the attic?
Yes, because Santa goes up the attic now.
Love you.
Yo ho ho.
Yar ho ho. Are we Pirate Santa now?
Yerp.
So big today. Do you know what it is? It's because my love for you today is so big. And that's what I gave thanks for today.
Hello and welcome back. I have now successfully watered my mouth in the correct terminology.
Good.
So I believe that Spike had one last thing to do here before we
did say bye
switch
to
over.
Ulsa. I said we will come back at some point to have another conversation. Will you be here?
I don't know. It depends on how long I can take her.
In the middle of her explaining the factions, I would have just got up and stood in front of one of the mercy killers. Do they react in any way?
They look down. You're short, aren't you?
5'3", I think.
Yeah, they'll look down and one of them will say, "Can we help you?"
I wonder if you can. Are there any old mercy killers?
Old in terms of age?
Old and retired? Do you ever leave the profession?
Probably. If we can't perform our duties, I'm sure there are some.
Interesting. I bring out my badge. I had hidden in my bandages.
Not wearing it loud and proud.
I don't remember who I am.
Well, that's unfortunate.
I'll be seeking answers soon enough. Is there one I should talk to?
I mean, I don't know who you were reporting under,
Nor do
but
I.
you're a Bladelin, right?
Correct.
Recommend you go over to Acheron. It's where we have a headquarters.
Not here?
We have one here, but as I said, Bladeling, the other person said, Bladelings don't tend to leave their own.
I seem to get that impression. And I do not disagree with it. Thank you for that information. This will be kept in secret, for I do not know what it meant to me. I hope that's causes no offense.
Not personally, but to the wrong person it might.
Then I am letting you know. If it does, I will explain it. If it causes offense, I will deal with it. Thank you for your time.
Anytime.
And I will walk off.
Okay. So, the other individuals that head to the Civic Festival, you are greeted by a insanely beautiful building in contrast to the rest of the city.
Holy hell, that's pretty.
A magnificent structure that soars 1,000 feet upwards. It is huge and it makes a distinct focal point in the city's skyline. Even down at the street level, you notice that surrounding it are jugglers and singers, dancers, others that are gathering around to perform.
Ah, sweet melody, I am home.
I have a beautiful picture of the outside of the Civic Festival.
Oh, wow.
Lovely.
What the?
That is beautiful. It looks like a vagina.
It does.
It looks like a vagina.
Down inside the womb of creativity.
Yes.
The building itself is manufactured
there's a
using
difference.
stones, woods, painted glasses, fabrics. The wall has over 50 different textures to it. All of them crying out to be touched.
Yeah, it is.
The floors are marbled and veined and colours of the rainbow.
I'm not going to go.
And there are tints
So
of delicate
Gem
rock
just right at the top of
crystals
the door.
mined from the forgotten caverns that portray through the mortar that brings all of the bricks together.
Ah, the vajazzle.
That's so beautiful.
And everything is brought together with careful thought and planning. Everywhere you look, there's a delight to the senses.
I'm sure there is.
The doors are 90 feet tall, 90 feet high, tall and narrow, surrounded with glittering stones that form an abstract image of sight, sound, smell, touch and taste.
Mm-hmm.
And outside is a geyser of crystal blue water regularly erupting upwards to 100 feet.
Who wrote this?
This is blue.
Do you think the guy was like really horny when he wrote this? I haven't seen a vagina in years.
This is why I'm reading it from the book, because this is hilarious.
It's amazing.
There's just blue liquid gushing out everywhere.
Damn.
Oh.
It's the crying out to be touched that kills
Yeah.
me. Please touch me.
I mean, don't all vaginas say that though? Once you're presented with one, you know.
Mine doesn't. Mine goes, fuck off.
Now I just want animated little vaginas, but like little sock puppets.
Oh my god. You have a knit and yarn shop. You need to.
Yeah.
You need to charge.
It's the bag.
Now that I've gotten over that,
Good, good.
you can hang on in should you decide to do so.
I'm sorry, we're the worst.
It's okay. I couldn't not read that extract from the book.
This does look a lot less daunting than some of the places D was. I mean, I love D, but
Do you? I mean, yeah,
It's
me
very-
too.
It looks
Very
a lot
different.
nicer than, inviting almost.
Mm-hmm.
Do you feel like you're home? In a way?
Yeah.
Yeah?
I feel like this is where I'm meant to be.
Yeah.
Well,
Let's head on in then.
I bet somebody
go.
knows you here.
they must. I mean, of course. I
With a
must
face
be.
like yours.
I must
how
be
could they
one of
not?
their most lauded members,
Sure.
bringing them sights and sounds and sensations from all across the plains.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
I sensed a little hesitation in your voice.
No, I think it's great
Okay.
that you're back where you belong.
Okay.
And I just really hope that you meet, someone friendly and that can give you some answers.
Yes, and hopefully someone from my past is not in a jar.
Hey,
That would be nice.
what are the
I mean-
chances of that happening again?
I mean, if you had a whole family in a jar, you could like travel around with that. I'm sure people would
That's true. There would
pay
be
a good
benefits
coin
to
for
it.
that.
yeah.
So
You said there are like acrobatics and musicians and stuff everywhere.
Yep, everywhere
So-
outside are performers of all persuasions.
It wouldn't be like super weird if I just like did a cartwheel towards the entrance. I'm gonna fucking do it.
Yeah, see how graceful
Being
you are.
swept up by the.
Do me an acrobatics check, see how beautiful. Do a performance if you rather.
Oh, it's in the corner. Hold on, let me do it over here. Oh, that was real bad. Maths. 13.
13. You are overwhelmed by everything that's going on here. Going from such a drab place and very hot and overbearing from the plain of Avernus and Beator, going through to the hive and how depressing and dour everything is. You travel for Sigil to suddenly see all of these people out performing and seemingly a lot more happier than you've seen anywhere else before, other than the Goblin Party
Right.
in Peaceful Lands. That you managed to pull it off, but you don't feel it's like your most exquisite performance.
A little bit of stage fright.
A little bit of stage fright.
That was good. That was good.
Did she seem a little patronizing to you today?
Maybe that's just the way she talks.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Damn, cool.
Oh.
Sass on this one. I love it.
Come along, Sprite. We will introduce you to a world of sensation. And I'll headlong into the door. Well, through the door, not into the door.
As you head in, you notice something peculiar. You saw how big and magnificent this place appeared on the outside. It appears a lot bigger in the inside.
Oh, I love it.
So the ceiling in here goes up a good 700 feet. And whether
It's a
you feel that there are other things around, like you just get this overwhelming sense sort of bearing down on you that there's so much to explore here, and that this is just a huge place.
This is incredible. Okay. We need to... What are we doing? We need to figure out who you are.
You were gonna hand in your stone.
Oh yeah, I need more stones.
You do.
We need more stones.
It's probably a good idea to get that going.
Yeah. I'm gonna look around for someone who looks like they are a member and knows what they're doing.
There is a reception desk.
I'll go with that.
Beautiful.
And as you head over, you see that it is being manned, for want of a better term, by a goat person.
Goat person.
I'm trying to find the best way to describe it.
Is it like
It's a
Narnia? What's his name?
no, it's not a fawn. It is similar, like a
More
centaur.
like a centaur style.
Exactly.
Cool.
For
Tumnus. That's his name.
Mr. Tumnus. The individual has a very attractive face, and their coat of their goat lower torso is an unusual Angora variety.
Oh, fancy. So fancy.
The hair is black and several inches long, and she turns over to you. Human torso, goat with 4 legs, like a centaur. Also known as a boreal, which I'm going to use that term going forward. Boreal.
Yep, boreal.
Is what their race are.
Amazing.
And she stepped forward and said, "Good day. How may I help you today?"
I'll go up and just like lean on the counter. Hello there.
Hello. I hope you're having a heavenly day today.
Well, I am now. Well, you might notice that I've returned. I have something of interest. And I'll place it down on the counter.
I'm afraid I don't know who you are. Are you actively wearing your badge?
Yeah.
You are. Okay. I'm afraid I don't know who you are personally, but if you have a sensory stone, then we shall employ it into our museum.
She must be new.
She's new. It's okay. Not a problem. Let's just have a look at this.
Certainly. Is this all that you are willing to deposit today?
Yes, I seem to have misplaced many of my items, including all of my sensory stones, and this was all I had left. It is, however, quite a doozy. Would you like to, and I'll just and roll it towards a partake?
Certainly. I have to ensure that everything is documented. Bear with me 2 moments, and she'll reach out and extend.
And I'll just watching.
I'm conflicted because I want to warn her, but also this is quite exciting.
And she'll hold it in her hand. She'll close her eyes. Oh! Ooh, that is quite a doozy.
Aye.
Yes,
Is it not?
That was a rather unique experience. I don't think I've ever personally experienced anything along those lines.
I knew it.
Ooh, hot.
You alright?
Yes, I don't normally sway towards the immolation of things, but that was quite intense.
It is something else, isn't it? It's an almost rebirth experience.
Yes, it is. Whew. Yes. I'll have to get it praised. Where is the best place to send your payment and replacement stone?
Let's say. And what was the name of the inn? It was the Dust.
The one
Gathering Dust?
The Gathering
Yeah.
Dust. Send it to the Gathering Dust. Unfortunately, just very new in the city. We only have the meager lodgings at the moment. Replacement stone. Possible to get more? Just in case I come across several of these.
They're not easy to manufacture. Each member gains 1 stone. they record, they bring it back, and they replace.
Of course. Each member gains 1 stone, but as we know, not all members have the same knack for finding these delicious little morsels, the kind of panache that yours truly has. I'm sure you could just let a few of them fall off the wagon.
Roll me a performance check.
Oh, performance.
All right.
Performance or persuasion, your choice.
It's the same.
They are the same, aren't they?
6. So 12.
12. I'm afraid policy is policy.
Oh, shame.
You don't have anything that helps you with that?
No.
It's
No.
always the way. When you're
Yeah.
doing your thing.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, policy is policy. If I were to do that for you, then I would have to do that for everyone. And as I said, they are not cheap to manufacture.
Oh, well, that is a shame. I'm really... Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry for you that you couldn't. But it doesn't matter. I guess I will undertake this this glorious quest on my own. I don't need any help with this.
Do either of you have anything to deposit?
I don't have anything at the moment. I was wondering if you could, there was any way you could let me know as to what you were most looking for? What kind of experiences?
I mean, anything varies. A lot of the basic pleasure activities have been taken.
I figured.
Yes, unfortunately they were one of the first things. Everyone loves a good bit of pleasure, but not everyone likes a bit of pain. So usually those very painful ones are the ones that we are missing. Like your friend here. If you ever find yourself in peculiar places, there are also, places that haven't been found or entered in millennia. The grandeur, the ancient relics, the ancient buildings. All of these things are highly desirable.
Like nice vistas and whatnot, like pretty places.
Exactly.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
A lot of people like to visit places that they cannot get themselves.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So if you ever find anywhere like that, somewhere that inspires awe to you, then that would be a marvellous thing to contribute. I mean, you're more than welcome to bring the pleasure stuff, but that, as I said, is...
It'd be a waste of a stone, wouldn't
Exactly. I mean, every new experience is definitely a thing. I mean, experiencing things from different people, everyone has their own feelings, sensations. They feel different things different ways. But we do have a large variety of them. They are not the most sought after things for us. Obviously, for customers, then they are. But whew.
And speaking of customers, I assume as members we have free access to the
yes,
stones?
you will have to make an appointment, but you will have the access to the sensoriums should you desire to do so.
Excellent.
Have you got well, I suppose a record actually wouldn't help me very much because I don't actually remember what my real name is.
You might be able to narrow some things down though.
You don't happen to have portraits of your members or
I'm afraid not.
records? No. Okay.
Do you have records
Thank
though of who your members are?
We do have a list somewhere. I would have to go and appeal it up the line, but yes.
Is there any way to know which sensations have been logged by which particular members?
If the name was given when they were handed in for payment, then yes, there probably would be.
Interesting.
Well, that is something that we need to find.
On that note, actually, I will need your name to document this.
Oh,
sorry, I was all flushed by your memory.
Sorry, yes, of course. My name is Vomo. It is Vomo Atal.
Perfect. I will see if I can get that written out and sent towards you.
And could I possibly make an appointment for the next at your earliest convenience?
Yes, let me have a look. Yes, we can probably make something in about 2 days' time.
Oh, you see, I might be out of the city in 2 days' time. I do have some very important business. Is it possible you could just do a little switch? Maybe something this afternoon? You know, appointments get missed, they get bounced around. We could just slide me in front of the line. Let's consider it a little favor for the wonderful experience that I've brought you.
Roll me a persuasion check.
I'm turning on all my charm. Come on, Link. 14 plus 6, 20.
20. I can certainly try and see what I can do. It may take me some time. You said you were at the Gathering Dust, yes?
I am.
I will send a courier to inform you when your appointment will be. I have to find somebody that may not necessarily arrive.
That would be nice. And what was your name? If I may be so bold.
Anali Webspinner.
Anari.
Anali.
Anali.
A-N-N-A-L-I.
A-N-N-A. Web spinner.
Yes.
Web spinner.
Yes.
Fascinating name.
How did you come by this?
Let's
Does it have a
just-
family significance? Is this something that you're... The Borea naming structure. I'm not very familiar with how that works.
Oh, we usually have the name of the occupation of our family.
So are you your family weavers? Do you make fabrics? Is this...
Yes, silk manufacturers. They tend to travel around and produce different forms of silks from, various spider folk.
Spider folk? Now that's interesting. Well, unless we have any other business. No?
I can't think of anything particular.
So we just need to find a name for you.
It'll happen when it happens.
I'll meet you outside, and I'm just gonna walk off.
Okay.
Anything else?
I think that's it.
Perfect. Well, I will, as I said, send your payment, replacement stone, and time of your appointment once I have made arrangements.
Fantastic. Thank you very much.
Lovely to meet you.
And you.
And you.
Nice to meet you too.
And she'll smile as you head off.
Nice.
So, as you head on out, I assume you're heading towards Tensars, is that correct?
Yeah, I think that's where we're meeting. Yeah.
Okay.
We're gonna pick up Sprite on the way if we can see her. Don't know what you're up to.
I'm looking for people, just different kinds of people to see who I can see.
Okay. Are you looking for anything in particular? Or are you just investigating the...
Trying to see all the artsy people at their play.
Okay. Yeah, as you look around, you've got a wide variety of different individuals. You've got dwarves, elves. Interestingly enough, you see a couple of jackal people that are like transforming into sort of like between a bipedal and then like a quadrupedal jackals and things.
That's awesome.
And the shapeshifters are getting a bit of attention.
Yeah. Are they just performing
Yeah,
to
they're
show
just
off?
performing to show off. They've got like little hats in front that they're
Yeah.
taking donations.
Nice. That's fine. If there's nothing else, then I'm just going to keep going. I'll catch up with these guys.
Okay. So, as you head on out, you are traveling to Tensars. The individuals that are at the Hall of Information, are you also...
Yeah, well, we could make our way through the Fest Hall road, and if we see them through, on the street, we'll just catch up. Or Otherwise, we'll try to meet them at the location that we previously agreed on.
Okay.
Unless Spike wants to do anything else.
Nothing really I can think of.
Okay. As you head over to Tensar's employment service, you do meet up with each other. You both didn't take a particularly long time. You just had a brief rundown of everything from either side. And you arrive at a place known as Tensar's Employment Services. Bronze plaque is over the doorway of the establishment that says Tensar's Employment Services. To rid oneself of avarice, to shun temptation, and to resist corruption is to attain the most enviable of all titles, an honest man.
Interesting.
I don't
And
think we're going to get along in this place.
Yeah, do we actually want to be here?
and you are outside.
Well, a new life, yes. We are going the right way.
Perhaps.
So what kind of work are we looking for?
The paying kind at this point.
Talk about paying. How did the sword sale go?
Oh yeah, we have some good news on that.
Not too bad at all. 6,000
6,000
Well-
in total,
Wow.
but it was 4,000. We managed to haggle up. 3,000 that is in gold, and we do have the gold now, don't we?
Yes, you have the free
And Brady is holding on to that. 3,000 is in store credit, and let me tell you, there are some very interesting
Good
items.
store, is it?
Real magnificent.
Probably for you, especially.
Tons of scrolls, like so many scrolls. I just lost count of what he was talking about.
Yeah,
There was a lot.
I
mean,
tried to make a list, but I don't think I got them all.
I'm sure we can return.
There's some weapons and some armors that looked quite good.
Quite expensive though. But the scrolls,
Yeah,
I
that's
think, were
true.
relatively cheap,
That's true.
Always something
especially
we
the
can
ones
look
that you'll
forward
be
to.
able to cast.
Good.
There was a real pretty wand, which I thought you'd real like, but it was like more than your house.
Well, the house is already assigned to someone else as well. I guess we do need some of this work.
If nothing else, if anyone's ever lived in the city, perhaps we can do the same as D. Simply sell our property.
If you have debts to go with the property, then I wouldn't say it's the best situation to be in.
I'm a traveling musician, so I don't think I have property. Also, I'm a student.
But
So-
you
You probably have more
a
debt.
set of skills that pay.
That's true.
I don't believe I ever lived here. And I'm getting a distinct impression. I don't think I've ever been here.
Really?
I don't think I've seen another one of you around.
No.
So
What about
and
another,
there are all sorts here, but I've not seen another bladeling.
What about another sprite? Have we seen any
You
flying?
haven't seen one loose and wild at the moment.
Oh shit! In a
Have we
cage
seen any
somewhere.
caged?
You haven't seen any in a cage either, but you haven't seen any roaming around.
That says a lot.
I think. Sorry.
No?
No, you go ahead, Sprat.
No, it's fine. I don't think I belong here at all.
Have you been to your? We haven't been to your location yet.
Do we know?
The HQ of your.
That's true.
Yeah.
We need
Is
to
that the
go.
gymnasium?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think we're
That's
going
the
there next.
stop.
We should
After
definitely.
we find a job.
Let's
I
secure
mean, we
some.
do have some money
gainful
now.
employment.
A windfall has come our
If
way.
you'd like to go on ahead, I can see what we have available. I'll catch up. I'll simply see what they have. If there's anything I believe that we can do, then I'll take it. But if anything is required as consultation,
You meet us there?
I'll bring it.
Sure.
I'm sure you're excited to go and see what's going on in the gymnasium.
I don't know. I don't know how I feel.
Well, you will find out. And that, I suppose, is what you want.
Yes.
All right. If you're all in agreement.
I don't mind.
Let's go.
As we walked, I would ask, what did you find about the festival?
It is incredible. You have to go.
No way it's better than the mortuary.
Oh, it leaves the mortuary for dead. And
Nice one.
I'll do a little on my my violin.
Fair enough, fair enough. God.
But you do have to make an appointment, unfortunately. So I've got an appointment. It is going to get pushed up because, you know, obviously my charm and my high rank, and yeah, of course they were very the woman was incredibly happy to see me, and I think I made quite an impression, and I'm going to make some rapid inroads.
No doubt.
No doubt.
No doubt. Did they manage to find any information about who you are or your names or?
That is for the appointment, unfortunately. I will be able to access my old records, the sensations that I've logged.
Oh, so your
Yes.
Are the balls attached to your name?
They are, apparently. We were trying to do the same for Brady, but they don't have anything to recognize her face, so...
What about her? Don't you have a ball?
I have a ball, but I don't have a name.
But isn't the ball... Doesn't the ball have a serial number or something that is attached to a person?
Yeah.
Like a specific ball assigned to a specific person?
I don't think that was the system. I think it was just...
Well, that's, you know, I like
that
order.
person.
That's how I would have done it.
I mean...
It's very... I can't imagine living in your head. It's so rigid. Where's the creativity? You're so in the lines. But that's why we love you.
I do like those lines.
We could put together quite an act. There were some amazing performers out there.
There absolutely were. Like, just even being out the front was the most amazing thing I've seen in the city.
All right. Well, we've seen
in the
mortuary. We've seen. Well, you've seen the fest hall.
Are we not getting a job then?
Well,
do we not need?
That's what Spike is doing.
Spike's going to find some gainful employment, being the most.
I feel like I would like a say on this, Matt.
I will simply find out. I'll simply find out what can be done, what is available. If there is anything that is relatively doable and I find not particularly disagreeable to anyone, I'll take it. But if it always requires consultation, I'll bring it to you.
True.
I mean, we could just go in and find out.
Sure. It's either or. I just want to see what the gymnasium is like. We have money, so there's no real rush.
How do you feel, Sprat? Do you want to go find a job first and then go see about your faction?
I don't mind. I don't want to drag everyone out of the way, like, just for me.
Oh, no. Don't be like that. We're all finding out who we are.
I'm gonna, walk up to the door in a very similar manner to Dolian's house. I'll put my hand on the door and look at Sprite and go, well, I'm not going to delay your delaying. One way, should we go in? Or should we go in and I look towards the direction to the gymnasium?
She's just gonna fly up on the spot and then just fly towards the gymnasium. Away from everyone.
Alright.
Oh, wait a minute. Jesus, she's one mind here, one mind there.
I'm gonna take off after her.
And she's going like she almost doesn't want them to catch up.
Okay.
Oh, I'm catching up. Oh, I'm running. I'm catching up. I'm coming
Although
up.
if you flew over the rooftops, we'd have
Yeah.
to do this.
Yeah.
to, like,
she can go in a straight line.
I'm gonna
yeah,
go
we'd
as
have
the
to be
crow
running twice as
flies.
fast as you to be able to get the same speed.
Okay, so you're heading towards the gymnasium with everyone else except for Spike, is that right?
Well, yeah, she's going and some of us are following. I'm following. Who else is following?
I'm running.
Yeah.
I want to see
Yeah,
what
I'll
this is
go.
about.
I'll run after you guys.
Okay, and Spike heads on in.
See you in a bit, Spike!
Okay, as you
No
head on
manual
in,
labour.
you are met by a portly human with curly red beard and easy grin.
I'm sure this man is trustworthy.
That's gingerist.
Yeah.
Good day there, sir. How are you doing today?
A pleasure.
It is. The name's Tensor.
Oh, good to meet you.
What can I do for you today?
I hear you have jobs.
I do indeed. The honestest jobs in all of the land.
What honest jobs do you have?
Oh, we have a couple going on at the moment. We got... Oh, what have we got here? We have a lady of high regards. She's got a couple of rabid dogs that need putting down.
The dog job.
They're a special kind of job. They're shadow mastiffs.
Kill
You
the demon dogs.
Also,
How much is that paying?
about 200 gold pieces.
Are the prices negotiable or set?
Prices are set by the employer.
Negotiable. And any others?
Yeah, we got wow, this is a community one. There was a family found in the Hive. They, well, terrible business. They were ripped apart.
Nice. Wonderful.
One of their friends came over to visit, found the bodies, was chased away by this giant yellow insect thing.
Infestation in the hive. Wonderful.
And, well, a couple of individuals down in Acheron, they have a bit of a problem with some modrons hanging outside the city.
I accept.
Say no more.
Nice.
Well, first of all, this is an honest-like place. I'm going to need you to sign a contract of employment. So, here you go.
Hey!
Oh, damn.
Nice.
10 stars employment service. Condition of employment pledge. In consideration of the terms of employment described by wiped out Utadas Tensar, I hereby declare
That was just me being a dick.
I will fulfill all oral, written, and implied instructions of the employer. 2. I accept responsibility for all personal expenses, including clothing, medicine, housing, and food. 3. I will not share details of the employer's affairs without the employer's express permission. 4. I will not use spells or magical items without the employer's permission, unless necessary for the personal safety or to enhance the execution of my duties.
Ooh, that's an interesting clause.
5. To the best of my knowledge, the philosophies and goals of my faction do not conflict with those of the employer. 6. I will cooperate with job performance evaluations. I'm already gone. I cancel all of this. As determined by the employer and Utadas Tensar. And I will put the group name, Spike, and the group members, Spike.
So you will be the only person that gets paid.
Spike. Spike.
Definitely not Spike.
Definitely, totally not Spike.
That's it.
What was the payment for that?
I didn't say. I didn't ask.
You didn't ask?
For the Modron.
Yeah, I asked, like, and what is the actual payment and duties for the Modron issue?
1,000 gold pieces, and I believe the Modrons are looking for something of importance. I don't know much more details than that. It was mostly brought in by the Mercy Killers.
How incredibly fitting.
Oh.
And the bounty for the infestation.
400 gold pieces.
And this was a harmless, unarmed family, right? Easy to kill. No warriors among their ranks that were overwhelmed and destroyed.
Oh, no. This was just a family.
Fantastic. Very well. I will, I will take this.
Alright. I've got a little something here for you.
Nice. Do it, brother.
If you'd be so kind as to sign on the dotted line or the straight line.
Oh, damn. It's a real fountain pen.
Is it red ink?
Nah,
It's blood.
it's brown. You might need to tilt the ink
Don't
pot
spill the ink on the thing on the drawing.
on the map.
Fine.
There should be some blotting paper there.
Everything's fine.
Yes, we do have some blotting paper if you need something to get rid of the excess.
This is so funny. This is like watching a kid trying to figure out how to use a pencil.
It is. I can't write very well.
Give it a decent push. So
Yeah, it's gonna be a hard pen to break. It's got a round nib,
spreads.
so
yeah.
Just do an X, the mark of spike.
yeah. Group name Spike.
Spike the Spikeettes.
Members Spike.
Demeanor. Spike.
Spiky.
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 Should be some tissue in there.
That tissue was just the paper.
I just found it.
Perfect.
Neat.
Nice.
All right. You are a rightful employee of the Tensar's Employment Agency.
Thank you for your employment opportunities. I will be back. There is some interest. There will likely be some interest in the other jobs, but... And I waive the contract. This one is mine. Or at least, my responsibility.
All right. Well, that one is you're gonna have to head on down. Got ink on my nose.
Hazards of the job.
Hazards of the job. Right. Sorry. Let me just pop this all away. You will have a contact. The location that you need to head to for this one. If I can find that for you. 2 secs. Got lots of paperwork going on here. Right. The modrons in question here, they are situated outside of Vorkahan. That's Vorkehan. That is on the first plane of first layer of Acheron in Avalus, and well, it's just outside the Mercy Killers headquarters. You should hopefully go out and find the leader of that little Modron battalion. Don't know his name, unfortunately, but apparently he's pretty obvious. He's got like 5 arms.
Would I know what a Modron is?
No. No.
Fantastic. I picked this out of innate prejudice. I nod and I say thank you. And remind me again, Acheron is not on this plane or in the city. It's another location entirely.
Yep. You're going to need to find your way over there.
And do you have any tips on how to do so?
Hold on. Let me see if they made a note down here. Yeah. I reckon they probably did. Not that one? Not that one? Right.
I love this guy.
So, if you're favourable with the Mercy Killers, they've got a little portal straight in their home. You can head through there. Not sure what the portal key is. Not my business, but if you know, you know. Alternatively, there is another place that you can head through. If you go to the Temple of Magrubliet, you know, the weird little goblin deity, that will take you on a roundabout way to the mines down on the second layer, and then you can take a quick portal on over to Vorkahan. Yeah. The key to get to the from the mines is an old war banner. To get from Magrubliet over to Acheron, you just have to think of a time that you may have not shown much remorse for an action that you did.
You need to have a past.
Easy.
He's had a week.
Yeah.
You got that?
And the key was
The
key to so go to for the goblins, go to Magrubliet.
The Temple of Magrubliet.
Yep, to that guy. It will take you to the mines. Was this the mines that we came? No, that's a kobold.
No. This is the Mines of Marcelin.
It's on the second layer, isn't it? You said.
So
Yeah.
is this the second layer of Acheron?
Yeah, second layer. And then you've got to take a portal from there
To the top layer.
to the first layer
First layer.
of Vorkahan.
Is the banner to get to the mines?
From the mines
To the
to Vorkahan.
first layer.
The other one is have a memory and think of a memory of a time that you did something without
So
remorse.
from the port,
Going from the Mercy Killers.
Going from the Temple of Magubliet.
Oh,
Mercy Killers is just straight to
Jesus
where we
Christ.
should be, isn't it?
Yeah.
That was what I was confused by.
Thank you.
Two portals, sorry.
The Mercy
two
Killers
portals.
only allow you if you have a connection with them.
That's
You
true.
luckily have.
We'll see if I have a good connection.
Yeah.
Or I might be spending more time in the prison than I wish.
Yeah. Dishonorably discharged.
On the plus side, you are the sole benefactor of all of the funds.
I am.
You don't have to share them with anyone.
And the key to the mines was I show an action that I do not regret.
To the mines, an action that you show no remorse.
Action that has no remorse. And that's really easy.
And
The whole
it's
week
the
of them.
old war banner.
And an old war banner.
is to get from the mines to Vorkahan.
Alright.
Thank you. And yeah, I wrap up the scroll. I'll wrap up the contract. Tuck it into my bandages. I need to get new bandages.
Do you have to sign two of them, one for them to keep and one for you to keep? Or is it just one?
That is a contract of employment. That is in his
Whose?
Tensor's.
Tensors, okay.
Yep. So he's given, now that you've accepted the job, he's given you the information of the job.
Yeah.
So you go and do the job.
Okay, so Spike doesn't have that piece of paper on him, technically.
No.
Okay. So hopefully you'll remember all that.
I took a picture.
Cool. I mean, half of this, or at least like two sixths of this does not apply to me.
2/6 or 1/3?
1/3.
I love it.
Yep.
Fractions.
So
Quick maths.
the other individuals have headed over to the Great Gymnasium. I have a nice
I
little
think she's-
picture.
Oh,
Fittingly, we're
no.
running to it.
Oh, God.
Fittingly, you're running to it.
God, she's so fast.
The Great Gymnasium.
Oh,
It's a beautiful
is
little building.
Nice.
Nice.
That's pretty.
Was that pools in front of it?
There are pools in front of it.
Oh, I could go for a quick dip.
crab.
So
The crabs.
as you head to the Great Gymnasium,
Crabs?
Someone said crab.
Aquatic life?
What about them crabs?
as you head to the Great Gymnasium, it is a huge compound built of gold and rose-veined black marble. It contains
yeah.
pools and a massive exercise field. You also notice that as you sort of look through, it's a very open scheme, and you see that there are various baths and massage tables and lounges inside.
This place for you.
My home away from
Sounds
home.
amazing.
So as you head on in, you are overwhelmed by how many individuals are here. This place looks like it's an open gym. Anyone can come in and use the services for a fee. And you see that there's large, grotesque creatures in small little pools of bubbling, boiling water. Some of the pools are, calm and cooling. You can see that they're a bit chilly and cold. Other ones have steam rising up off of it. And as you head on in, what are you doing?
Is there a reception?
There is indeed a reception.
I'm going straight there.
Okay. As you head on over to the reception, you see. Wait, I just shut down the book.
Oh no.
Oh, there we go. So as you head into the reception, there is a weapons check section.
Weapons check.
Yes,
Like as in I have to check them in and put them down.
exactly.
No blades.
I'm wearing
no
my
blades.
faction symbol, so
Still have to do it.
I'm not saying I'm getting out of it. I'm just saying that do they recognise that I'm a member as well? Like, okay, cool.
So as you head on over, you are stopped at the weapons check by a very, very built individual. He is a orc, with green skin and a large scar down the side of his face. And he says, "Weapons, please."
I'm just going to give them without even... I'm just going to put them down.
And everyone else is there?
Do we catch up?
I assume we're a few minutes
You're
behind.
By the time she's done this, we're like... Actually, you're
Howdy,
pretty fit.
howdy.
What was that about?
Ha.
I've given my weapons.
And now we've got to do
He's
exercise?
taking them, he's giving you a little tab.
Just ran all the way here.
Sounds
Are you
amazing.
waiting for everyone, or are you just going straight on
I'm
it?
going through.
You're going straight on
Yeah.
front.
Do you guys want to go
Okay,
in or shall I
as
just
you
go in?
head on in,
Let's have a look.
Where are you
you
gonna go
open up and you can see the warm pool, the hot pool, and the cold pool. And
Oh.
directly opposite is a large portico with various columns. And you see various rooms circling around. You're in a very open planned area with an open ceiling.
I want to go to the bath spa now, so...
Are there like signs on the doors? Is there anyone
Yes,
working there?
there
Can I
are
speak
signs
to
on the
someone?
doors, and there are people working there. What are you doing? You're just going to a
I'm
door?
going
You're
up to the first person I can see that works there. Hi, I need some information, please.
Yes? What can I help you with?
I am a member of this faction,
Right?
proudly so. But I am having a little health issue with my memory,
Right?
and I need to find some information about myself
Right?
so that I can carry on with the good work that we do. Because I'm a bit stuck right now,
Gotcha.
and frankly, I'm losing my shit.
Okay.
Thank you in advance for any help that you may be able to give me.
You're welcome. We don't keep records.
Okay. So how do you know who belongs to the faction?
They wear the colours.
Right.
Badges.
So I have a badge. So if anyone has a badge, so if someone stole my badge, you would assume that they were a member of the faction. You wouldn't check.
Pretty much.
Cool. That's really, really, really helpful.
You're welcome.
Yeah. I would need to speak to your manager, please. I'm going full Karen.
Unleash the inner Karen.
I love spraying.
Wow.
I've had no mood. I've had no memory for the last week. I'm with a group of people who are very nice, but have not been very nice to me today. I've been thrown around. They told me I was patronising when I was trying to be nice. I don't really know who they are. And I feel really, really freaking lonely. And I feel like I miss my family, but I don't know who they are. And I just really need some help because I don't even know my own name. And I'm gonna get upset in a minute.
Do you think we should give her some space?
I'm sorry.
Thanks.
I would suggest a relaxing bath. I will see if I can get someone.
Thank you. I appreciate your help.
And they sort of slink away. And we're in the session now.
Oh, I need to know.
Okay, so Sprite's having a mental breakdown.
Well, we're not gonna find out.
You're not gonna find out.
Until
Nobody knows
next week.
shit. They're all too busy having a bath. Damn it.
This is the faction where people do whatever the fuck they want, whenever they want.
This is the faction of actions, not lying around doing
Exactly.
nothing.
Whatever action you want.
Yeah.
Not action. It's whatever
Yeah.
action you want.
Yeah.
Oh, that's so frustrating.
Well, they haven't met Sprite yet.
I feel so
Sprite-
bad for Sprite.
Sprite just felt like she needs to start keeping records for the whole faction.
Yeah.
She has to do
I'm gonna
that.
take over this place. Oh,
Well, thank you for visiting us at the Hodgepodge Tavern. We hope that you enjoyed the adventure so far. If you would like to follow us on any of our social medias, we should have a link to our website, which has been newly renovated, so feel free to have a little look by beautiful Alex here. We also have links to our Instagram where you can follow us, and yeah, please also follow us on Twitch and YouTube. So, what we're going to do next is I will be doing the experience rundown. We have a poll that we put up, which I will do momentarily. That basically allows you to give an experience blip, which is a percentage of the total experience required to get to the next level. You can do a vote to see who your favourite character of this session was, and you can give them a bit of experience as a reward for that. So we'll be back in a moment. We'll just run the credits, and we'll do the experience rundown if you want to stick around for that. Thank you and welcome back. I'm glad you're sticking around. So, first of all, we will run down our experience blips. So, the first blip that I award is for creative use of spell or ability. So, who do you feel had the most creative use of spell or ability this session?
Ooh.
Use many spells or abilities.
I would say it has to be Josh with his disguise, using the disguise to, carrying on the disguise to get involved into freeing D.
Well, we attempted.
Yeah, but
It kind of went tits
it,
up.
it was the best,
I think that was a joint effort.
That's true. That's true.
I was just your hype man. Yeah, totally. Totally ill, man.
That adds to the experience.
Exactly.
Like the illusion. Split it.
So, is everyone giving it for the characterness of
Yeah.
The dynamic duo.
the dynamic gem? In which case, that is 20 experience points for you, Josh.
Nice.
Can't they split it?
Can we split it?
Okay, 10 each.
No, it's okay. You can
No, I'm having to go 10
happy
each.
just
Let's
with it?
go
Okay.
10 each.
That's a good idea.
Alright. It's a
Okay.
double act.
Next
Hype
up,
man.
we have heroic, selfless, or furthering the party goal. Anyone you felt was heroic, selfless, or furthered the party's goal, if there was one.
D putting his house up for
Yeah,
that.
Yeah.
That was a major personal movement, but also
Very selfless to
Let's
Very
not
selfless.
let that
Potential,
bog down.
Yeah.
giving money
Right.
to his ex-wife.
Oh.
Didn't throw us all into a fucking battle with a mobster.
Yeah.
That's a pretty
Was
selfless.
this close?
Yeah.
Was this close?
And that,
You're a new
Okay.
man.
and that was 25k.
Yeah.
That was worth.
We don't owe you though.
There was no
Yes.
contract signed.
In
No.
which case,
Yeah.
that is
Thank
20 experience
Definitely.
points.
There you go. Now we're
That was
square.
very clever. I don't know that I would have thought
25
about.
gold pieces for 20
Yeah,
yeah,
XP.
true.
Yeah.
I didn't
Yeah.
think of that.
Very clever.
And finally, we have intangibles. Anything that you felt was cool or, out of the norm that you thought was worth rewarding.
I loved Sprite's sassiness and just you know what? I'm tired of waiting. I'm just gonna go. Just gonna do it. I
Yeah.
thought that was really awesome.
Yeah. I agree
And
with
it's been regular.
Yeah.
She's been fraying though, I think.
Progressive.
Yeah,
For
she's
a
been
couple of
building.
weeks.
It's
Yeah.
been great.
Since Crow left,
Yeah.
Crow was her anchor.
This was
Very
basically
interesting.
Spike had one outburst of anger. You've been having slow build-ups of.
Okay, in which case, if everyone's in agreement,
Yeah,
we'll pop
nice.
that over to Alex.
like a true
Ooh,
Carol
is that
took it out on a
20
service
experience
worker.
points.
Yeah.
Your manager.
And finally,
I know it's not your fault, but I'm still gonna talk to you in a very stern voice.
and finally, everyone is going to get 60 experience points
Ooh.
for circumventing through peaceable means the potential encounter that was put forward.
How many
Lovely.
experience have we fought it?
Oh, it's about the same.
Disgusting.
I think, yeah.
Circumventing a combat encounter through creative roleplay is as much reward for as performing the encounter itself.
Because it's still beating the encounter.
Still beating
just
the
in a
encounter.
different way.
Well, we don't get their loot, so it's technically less.
I mean,
If they had any loot.
if we go by second edition rules, I believe experience was directly tied to gold
It was,
gained.
wasn't it?
That's,
So-
that's crazy.
That is a way to level.
You can get through an entire dungeon and not earn any experience points until you get to the loot at the end. So, I'm going to end the poll there. I believe nobody actually voted other than not Spike.
Again, this is a illegal
vote suppression.
voter suppression.
It's funny because it's
Mail-in-
every week.
Mail-in ballots
Every-
don't count.
Why are we always
So,
removing that extra XP from
That's
Kyle?
going to be 20 experience removed from.
Level down.
I'm kidding. You don't need to demote it, but it is not counting. I'm afraid.
He was ready to do it.
He wasn't.
This is injustice.
He was like, I will take
It's like, fuck it. I tried for 8-9 weeks in a row. I guess I'll take his.
Live by the scam, die by the scam.
Yeah.
I've committed. All right.
It'll just show people how oppressed I am.
Yeah.
Well, thank you all very much for tuning in and watching. We will be back next week, I believe, at 7 p.m. UK time. I don't think we have anything stopping us next week.
Don't think so.
So, we'll see you then, and thank you again for joining us.
See you next week.
Bye.